Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a quarantine edition of #AnimeTalk. It's your boy Lynden, aka Youngboy DeWitz, and I am joined by my co-host as always for #AnimeTalk. This is episode 50. I'm joined by my co-host as always, Mr. Chrissa SJE. Chris, I had to come in the quarantine mask on him. I see you with the manga out there.
You know what I'm saying? I was getting culture real quick before we start. You know what I'm saying? The goat Mashima, you know what I'm saying?
But I'm not gonna wear this mask the whole time. But yo, shout out to Zoom because this shit is fire.
Yeah, this is trill, bro. I'm rocking with this.
Hell yeah, like
I can get used to this.
I know Has gonna meme the fuck out of this. Me got this mask all up in a fucking knot. Oh shit! But yeah, man, we got the figures on deck with us. I see your drip in the background. We're gonna have to.
I'm saying, got the. You feel me? Got the Goku. You can't really see Ace. You know what I'm saying? But it's the gang. You know what I'm saying? Then I got on the left. We got the Goku and Broly.
Hell yeah, we out here doing the thug thizzle. We had to make it work somehow with quarantine because we got to get back on the YouTubes for the people. But yesterday was National Anime Day. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to the mangaka. Shout out to the editor. Shout out to the voice actors. Shout out to the producers. Shout out to everybody who puts together manga and anime for us to enjoy this culture, this genre, medium. Really appreciate it. And we have a question today in honor of that. But Chrissa, man, how you been doing in these quarantine times?
Man, I feel like I'm living in a motherfucking anime right now, bro, because people just wilding out right now, bro. Like, I've been seeing the craziest people do the craziest shit, and I feel like I'm living, like, in an alternate universe, because this shit just don't feel normal, bro. Like, everything to me I feel like I'm living in one of them post-apocalyptic. Like, you ever watch one of them post-apocalyptic movies, but at the beginning of it, it's like it shows you regular society and it shows you slowly fall off before the movie gets crazy? That's what this is right now.
Yo,
it is wild.
Shit is nuts, and low-key, the coronavirus finally hit, like, manga, because all the Shonen Jump titles got delayed this week, but they should be back next week as long as everything is good. Yeah, hopefully. Prayers up to everybody involved, but yeah, man, let's get into the show because we got some things to talk about and some new shows to review. This is the first time in a while we have no My Hero on the docket, no Shonen Jump. This week we got so first off, we're gonna be reviewing weekly Tower of God. That's why we push the show back to Thursday. But we're also gonna be reviewing on the show while we do this Gleipnir. Is that how you pronounce it?
I have no clue. I've been saying Gleipnir. I just been motherfucking winging it, man.
Gleipnir or Gleipnir. If you
guys, I know. I thought it was an F, but it's a P.
If any of y'all know how to pronounce, but see, it's PH, so it's like
no,
it's not. It's PN, so it's Gleipnir or Gleipnir, whatever it's called. It's the one with the big.
Like a Japanese word. That sounds like some weird German shit or something.
Shit is strange, but it's the one with the big ass dog costume. Also, Chris, I know I didn't say this last time, but I'm gonna give my episode 1 thoughts. So by the time we come back, if you like it, we could throw that on the docket as well. But Appare Ranman drop. That's the one where they go to America, where it's kind of the West, and it's the race. Is the dude with the purple? Look, this one right here. Appare Ranman.
That's on Funimation?
Yeah, it's on Funimation.
Got the Funimation app popping.
You know we out here. It's cool that we can do this shit. And then also, I'm going to give my thoughts on Millionaire Detective, because that's out as well. The Millionaire Detective Balance Unlimited. So we're going to be talking about those 4 shows today, but we're going to do deep dives into Tower of God. We got 3 episodes, and then we got 2 episodes of Gleipnir.
I'm definitely hyped to talk about both of those. I'm not going to lie. Like, this is, like, once Dorohedoro ended and My Hero ended, I thought we were gonna be scrambling for some new shit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna lie, this is gonna be gas for the it's gonna be a gas year for the
spring and for the non-typical shonens.
Exactly. Because like last year we knew what was popping, but this year it's like we gotta kind of just see.
Yeah, we gotta kind of find it. Yeah, exactly. And I'm telling you, once you watch Appare Ranman, I'm telling you that's gonna be one of the gems that we're gonna be talking about for the rest of this year.
I haven't even really been watching that much anime. Like, I've been watching the ones we about to review just because, like, both of them caught my eye, and both of them been, well, I know for sure Tower of God's been taking Twitter by storm, but Gleipnir or whatever, that one I kind of just fell upon randomly, and I was like, what the fuck is this? And I ended up, like, liking it or whatever, so kept fucking with it. But I haven't been watching much anime. I've been, like, reading manga this whole, like, quarantine. I've been catching up on Bleach. I've been back and forth in between the manga and the anime with Bleach.
How far are you? Well, yeah.
You passed me up, so you the king of passing me up. Like I was further than you. I was like, I'm about to catch up before Lyn, and then you hit me up like, yeah, I'm in the arc. You was like Fullbringer arc or something. I was like, what the fuck even is that? I'm like, I don't even know what that is yet. But I'm like, right. I just finished the Ukiura fight, so like, I'm in the whole process where the gang's fighting Yami.
Okay.
So that shit's pretty dope.
So you right before they go battle eyes, and you before all the eyes and shit about to take off.
I saw a lot of the Shinigami and the gang. I saw them fight a lot of the Rancor or whatever. But as far as Aizen and all them, I just seen them kind of post up. They feel like they don't got to do much for right now. But I'm about to get into that next.
Okay, wait. Are you watching? Are the Gote 13 fighting the different Rancor? Like, is Stark there? Is the blonde bitch there?
It started, but like. It's weird because I was talking to my homeboy about it because one of my homeboys, he's been like legit on my ass, like watch Bleach.
Mm-hmm.
Did you watch Bleach last weekend? Gotta watch Bleach. Like every time he sees me, he's like, did you watch Bleach? But now that I kind of told him I'm to the Ukiura fight, he's like, oh, so you saw this, and this. I'm like, whoa, it looks like it's about to start that. But I was trying to tell him because a lot of people who watch Bleach a while back, they just remember the fights, but the order that it, like the sequence where it happens, is not like get this fight, you get the next fight. It's like you get a little bit of this fight, then they backdoor and show you this. Like the whole time I was watching the Grimmjow fight, it was like backdoor between Grimmjow versus Ichigo versus Uryu and versus what's his name, pink haired dude.
Is the ill force homie, but it's not the bull. It's the bull's brother. It's something ill force.
Name of all time. Like I ain't gonna lie, bro. Aside from all the Spanish kind of sounding names,
I fuck with that too.
Bleach got some of the weirdest names of all time. Like aside from, I fuck with the Spanish shit hard, but other than that, like the shit that that's big super long names, I'm like, who?
That's the only thing that keeps me coming back to the anime is the freaking mute when that guitar shit come on and them niggas pop up. That's the only thing, because I've been reading it honestly, and then like once I finish an arc, I'll go and watch the major fights in it. Because honestly, when you said Bleach was better as a manga, that's when it hit me. Like
that's what got me back into it. Like low key, I kept trying to watch Bleach and kept dropping it. But when I read the manga, I was like, ooh, this hit. Like the Grimmjow fight, I watched it and I forgot a lot of shit that happened in it. Like I wasn't even doing nothing while I watched it. I was watching dub. But you know what I'm saying? Don't get on me, anime Twitter, or whatever. But
you
like,
saw that meme where it's like is the two people from the Polar Express, and one of them's a dub dude and one of the sub dude. He's like, this nigga can't read.
Oh yeah, I did see that shit. Bro, they've been cutting up with the sub versus dub Twitter. Will never die, bro.
It's been bad though during quarantine. Like niggas don't have nothing to talk about, so they just been like, F dub, F sub.
Bro, matter of fact, before we get into the whole reviews and everything, I gotta, cause you know me, I'm always the voice of the anti Twitter motherfuckers. Cause every time I get on Twitter, I see some wild out shit, bro. Like somebody had posted the other day, I think that was today actually. They were like Tower of God greater than sign Naruto. I was like, whoa. 3 episodes, dog. I understand you reading the manga, but we got 3 episodes, dog. Like that, we didn't get no pain arc moment. We didn't get no Madara touchdown moment. We didn't get any of those iconic moments Naruto gave us. You can say what you want about the Kaguya shit, about a lot of things in Naruto that you don't like, but Twitter, bro, we gotta stop. Like,
it's just bait.
There should be a way to get a compliment across, because I'm loving Tower of God right now. I'm loving all of those. But I would never just get out there and be like, Tower of God, greater than sign, Demon Slayer, just for the clout. Because, you know what I'm saying? It's not worth it. You feel me? It looks like I just watched 2 anime. Because I be trying to tell people, bro, a lot of these bullies and a lot of these elitists, they're like, they'll see somebody be like, yeah, man, I really love One Piece. And they'll be like, watch more anime. But they're the same type of people to be like, new anime, greater than big, huge, basic anime. It's like you don't have any other thing to compare it to that's more similar to it, so you just use the big ones.
I do have a comparison for Tower of God when we get to it, because it's giving me some vibes, heavy. But I'm excited to talk about that, because I think it's giving me vibes to the point to where I can compare certain characters. So it's like I'm excited to just.
Those are the kind of arguments I like. Like, I like when people do, like, Bleach versus Yu Yu Hakusho, because it's 2 completely different shows, but it's 2 shows dealing with, like, the spirit world, versus the human world, and you know what I'm saying, spirit energy. I noticed they always talk about spirit energy in Bleach, and it reminds me of Yu Yu Hakusho. They're talking about Rishi. They go a little bit deeper into it in Bleach. They got so much different jargon you got to learn when you're watching Bleach.
All the fight, like, bro, just the different the ketos and the different hado, like just the different things
the
they be like,
and all that.
Yeah, bro, like all that. The Cero, and then they got the Grand Cero, the big shit.
So
and then,
much.
Then the release form of the Arankars, how
as if
Uchiura got two release
and Bankai and all that wasn't enough. We got so much to. The fucked up part about it is I'm liking it. I couldn't imagine some of them people that just want to start Bleach from the middle and just catch the fight, because you're gonna be lost.
But let me say this: now that I'm caught up, I can say, because I'm one arc, I'm on the Fullbringer arc, and then after that is the 1,000-Year Blood War arc. So then I'll be ready for the anime. But
so are you reading the 1,000-Year Blood War arc?
Yeah,
I'm
reading the Fullbringer right now, but I'm gonna read everything. Like, I'm not waiting to watch it. See,
I'm waiting.
I gotta read it because I'm gonna appreciate it more if I read it, because that's how I enjoy the anime. Because like just watching it, it's not my cup of tea. But I gotta say this: Bleach has some of the best character designs. I love the side characters, but in terms of big three, if there's no way you can tell me Bleach is not third. There's no. Now that I'm
Bleach
caught up.
For sure, third.
There's no way I'm not listening to none of that. Uchiura that fight was so mid. Like, it was a great fight, but he's a mid villain.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Two of my homies were like, one of the homies that was telling me watch Bleach, and the other one that had watched Bleach, because whenever we get around together and shit, like, one of my homies like, watch Bleach to you, and he's looking at the other guy like, this shit was turned. He's like, that shit was mid. So I'm watching him talk about the Uchiura fight, like hyping it up, and I'm watching him say it's mid, and then I watched it, and I was kind of like,
I liked Grimmjow more.
Now see, I do like the Uchiura more than Grimmjow. But then again, I do like the Grimmjow more in the manga, but I don't like the Grimmjow anime fight. I like the manga more, but vice versa with the Uchiura fight. I love the anime version because I read it before I watched it. For that one, and the other one I watched it before I read it, which is weird.
Okay, see, I read them all, and that's why I fuck with Grim. Like, I just like Grimmjow more as a character. I get the Uchiura represents nihilism of death. Like, each of the different Arankar represents a different form of death. I get that he was searching he believes that life is nothingness. That's why he keeps asking about the heart and all that shit. But I'm just not for the edgelord dark. Like,
yeah,
it's just, I've seen better edgelords.
I will say that I did like the fight more of the Uchiura fight. But as far as Grimmjow as a character, like reading it and getting his backstory and everything, it just hit hard. Like, Grimmjow is probably one of my favorite characters in Bleach.
Yep, same.
Uchiura is my girl. She's been watching it with me low key, and she's like, I'm sitting there like, man, I fucking hate this dude. Every time Uchiura's on the screen, I'm like, man, this dude's a bitch, because he's be on some bitch shit to me.
Yeah.
I don't even like Aizen. My girl's like, what? This nigga's the truth. I'm like, we gonna have to agree, disagree.
Aizen, I dig Aizen. In terms of comparing him to the big three's main people, I like Madara more, and I like Blackbeard more from One Piece. And like, honestly, niggas gonna be like, how you like Blackbeard more? He ain't done nothing. Bro, Blackbeard took Whitebeard's fruit. Like, don't even come at me with that shit. And I like Sakazuki, the Admiral, more than Aizen too. So
you know why? I don't really like Aizen that much at all. To me, a lot of the characters in Bleach lack personality. Some of them do have I don't want to say they have no personality.
I feel like the arcs go by so, even though they're long, I feel like Bleach is the one that's most comparable to Dragon Ball Z to me, because it's meet person, Ichigo trains for a little bit, fight. Not a lot of depth going on, and I know people gonna be like, whoa, too much dip on your chip. They do character development.
People love Bleach. People love Bleach, and they will defend it. But as far as just being objective and not being like kind of biased, not saying everybody who fucks with Bleach is biased, but I'm just saying certain things you gotta realize. Like, I love Dragon Ball, but I'm not gonna sit here and act like it's One Piece, Naruto level of storytelling.
Yep,
it's
facts.
the same thing with Bleach. And I saw somebody tweet me that the other day. They were like, fucking Bleach is Dragon Ball Z with swords. You know what I'm saying?
It feels like that. It kind of feels like that. And don't get it twisted, because I love Urahara, Keith, the homie with the bucket hat.
Oh, yeah, like, bro, Urahara, his whole backstory and how he got holed out and how he had to go back to the living world, and how what's her name? Yoriichi. Yeah, how she rolled for him.
Yep, I fucked with all. And the Visors, that was great A backstory.
To me, a lot of people would say that makes like Aizen a great villain, but to me, I like the villains who like to me, Madara was a dick, but he was a dick with a bigger point, and he was like really fighting for what he believed in. To me, Aizen's just a dick, just to be a dick. Like
He's
from
just
the
going
jump.
for power. That's all. Like Aizen is
He's Frieza.
It literally there's great backstory with Aizen. You learn his purpose, but to me, I need a villain that's more than the mustache twirling. I want to conquer the world. Like I need,
so annoying.
I need more than that at this point, because like
it's like I get villains are supposed to be villains, and you're not supposed to like them. But I'm a villain guy, so I love villains because they're bad. If that makes sense. But he just isn't as appealing to me as like a Madara. Like I even fuck with Blackbeard. Like just the way Blackbeard was introduced into One Piece
with the dreams
really
and yeah, and that's the thing that makes you love him. Like you know, at the end of the day, Blackbeard is a man that won't give up on his dreams. He's chasing his dreams. He believes all men should chase their dreams, and when they stop, that's when they really die. You meet him on that tip, and then you see him going plan. You find out he's been planning this on Whitebeard's ship for forever, and then he gets Whitebeard's fruit, and it's like, yo, like this dude has done the unthinkable, and now he's a Yonko, and it's like you want to see his story. And this is just our Bleach update, because don't get it twisted. I actually really, really like Bleach a lot.
Yeah,
like
I like it way more than I thought I would, especially after reading the manga.
And that's what really sold me. Yeah, got to give Kubo his credit. And like I said, I think he has the best character designs of the big three. Like his characters look dope as hell.
For sure. Like
he knows how to make someone look badass.
Oh yeah. The only thing I will say I didn't like, and I stated this a million times, but just the whole uniform thing, just the drip. You see in the manga, like the cover panels or whatever.
You like want to see more than just the black stuff.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, with the chapter, the beginning of all the chapters when they just do the random spreads or whatever.
My favorite one was when Renji was in the mummy outfit and they had like his red hair coming out of the bandage. That shit was fire.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I gotta give this to Kubo. As far as manga spreads and just chapter openings, he has some of the most iconic. Like, I know whenever a big fight's starting and they have like the two, it's like, somebody versus somebody. And it's like a whole big boxing match, like a Floyd Mayweather fucking poster. It looks hard. Like, I wish I could get some of them like posters in my crib.
Honestly, also something I gotta give Kubo credit for. At the end of the chapters, I don't know if you've been with the Iran cars, they have like the different animals that they do, and then like if they fighting someone, they'll have the animal die. I thought that was very, very dope. And shout out to Kubo for that.
I'll give him that. Like Kubo, where he lacks in certain aspects, he shines in other aspects. So whereas 2015 Chrissa would probably be like Bleach's mid, now I'll take all that shit back. Because it deserves to be big three for, like, I'm not gonna take that from it. Like, it's definitely up there. Like you say, I agree that it's definitely 3. It's not top 2.
Yeah, it's 100% 3.
It's goated. I can see why Bleach fans have been wanting this to come back for years,
and I'm glad it's coming back
for it so hard. Same. I'm ready for the 1,000. I'm not even caught up, but I'm ready for the reason why I want to watch it is because I know unless they give it to a fucked up studio, I know it's gonna look good.
But see, the thing is, they say you should read it so you could see. Because they said Kubo kind of sped the manga up, and what people are hoping is that the anime kind of expounds more, and gives us a little more. So it wouldn't be bad if you do read it and then watch it, because hopefully we'll get more story, more things like maybe Aizen versus the main villain in the end, because they apparently fight and all kind of So. Facts. So we're gonna see all kind of shit. So, but let's get to the show. We got some news to get into. First story of the day is the Demon Slayer Mugen Train trailer has dropped. The film will be dropping on October 16th. What did you think of the trailer, and are you excited for October 16th? As long as Corona doesn't stop anything, because that's up. The date is tentative, but I'm gonna go with the idea that it's gonna come on October 16th. So, are you excited for the new Demon Slayer movie?
You already know I'm excited for it, but what I do have to say, because you know me, I've been excited for this shit since before I even knew the movie was coming. As soon as they announced the movie, I was already ready for the arc. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm excited for it. But this trailer didn't really do much for me. I can't
me neither.
lie to you.
It was just basic. They just showed like Rengoku eating, and then they had the demon who was above the thing talking, like on the train. Like they didn't show us much. It was just, if you don't know what's coming, it's like, ooh, okay, I'm excited. But if you read the manga and you know it's like they didn't really show much.
And see, going into detail about the manga and the anime before the movie without spoiling anything, as far as like whenever you saw fucking Twitter go crazy over Rengoku eating or whatever, that goes to show you that the trailer didn't really reveal anything that you really wanted to see, because if that's the height of what they were getting hype about, then they're not showing much.
Yeah.
What I will say is they did tease the demon, but we already saw the demon at the end of the anime. Like the last episode, in the last few chapters before this arc, you really got to kind of see, it gave you a little bit of foreshadowing to who this demon is. And I will be honest with you, this, because I'm caught up all the way to, you know, we're on the latest chapter right now. This is one of my favorite demons of all of them. I like this demon a lot.
And this is where the mangaka was hitting their stride with in terms of demons. This demon has a great backstory. The fight's great. Everything about the philosophy, how he got there. When Muzan, like, at the last episode, he was the one that was chosen, and like he comes through. So like, I'm excited to see that.
See, me and you we kind of different opinions as far as where Demon Slayer is going right now, the direction. But one thing that I will say and I feel like you might agree with me with this, because you just said about the stride thing. I agree with that 100%. You see Demon Slayer start off with the demons. They start off super strong, and then you slowly start seeing them decline. Like, I love the Rengoku arc demons. I love the demons in the next arc. And after that, the demons start kind of,
when it gets to the mist.
When it gets to the mist demon, I don't like that one. After that, I'm not gonna lie, I do like the arc with the next demon, with the Inosuke fight demon. You know what I'm saying? Not to spoil too much, but I don't really like the demon as much as I like the arc. I love the arc, but I don't really like the
Inosuke. Yeah, no.
And I love all the other demons, like, from the beginning. So I'm really looking forward to this movie, because I feel like
this is gonna be one of the best things.
I don't know if people know who Akaza. I don't want to say it's Akaza, right? Or Akaza. The demon they didn't show in the trailer that everybody's hoping is in this movie. You know what I'm saying? Because there's another demon that people are hoping that's in this movie, and they didn't show him in the trailer at all. And people are like, how long is this movie gonna be? How far are they gonna go before they stop? Because it's not like one of these movies like My Hero where you don't know, it's you don't have any source material. You know what I'm saying? With that kind of movie, you just you're getting this isolated story. With this, you're getting
continuation.
And I'm wondering where they're gonna start and end, and how they're gonna make this into a movie. Because to me, it would fit better as an arc. I've always said that I'm excited for the movie, and I hope the movie just means big budget. But I mean, Demon Slayer's regular animation is amazing, so I don't know how much they could.
I think it's gonna stop right after the train arc ends, like right when the train arc ends.
That would definitely make sense.
I think we're just gonna see this one demon, the train arc, and what happens with it, and that's.
I'm not gonna be mad at it.
No, me neither. Not at all. Because like this is the part of Demon Slayer that I love. So like I'm ready. Like this is
what made me fall in love with Demon
Slayer.
Exactly.
Like if I'm being honest. So, but we can't talk about it anymore because then that'll get into we're gonna get into a big whole conversation.
Oh, you already know.
Yeah, we can't do that right now because we did that all on Twitter. But honestly, we should get on IG Live one of these days and just rant about Demon Slayer.
Facts.
So
we got to put the pin comment like we are spoiling the fuck out of Demon Slayer, because me and you both caught up, and I'm passionate about this series. Like, this is one of my favorite series of the past decade, just because of how they unfolded it for the most part.
No, I know. And my thing is like, you know how I feel. I don't even have to state how I feel on here. I don't want to deter anybody, but I still think the GOAT, the new series GOAT.
I've been seeing a lot of people hype up Black Clover, and I'm glad Black Clover is actually getting a shine. Black Clover first came out, and people were all like, mid, whack, this shit's not about to be new Big Three, which, you know what I'm saying? Big Three, we've always debunked the whole new Big Three thing, but it
has definitely, in my opinion, solidified itself as like the number 2 of the.
It's grown.
Yeah, no, Black Clover. I'm a fan. I'm caught up, so like I'm in it. Like I'm digging everything of it. But I do say, Black Clover has the Bleach thing going. Like, I feel like Black Clover reminds me so much of Bleach.
I was just thinking that too.
And it's like, I love Asta, I love Yami, but there's something about it that's just, it doesn't give me enough. And I don't know what it is. But whereas I'm all the way in on Jujutsu, I think when Jujutsu Kaisen drop, niggas' heads gonna be smashed.
Oh yeah, and that's kind of reminding me of Bleach as well, just aesthetically.
But I think they go deeper, like in terms of fighting and stuff. You get a bunch of terms. You have to get up on all the jargon. But in terms of character, I feel like Jujutsu Kaisen is diving into character a little better than Black Clover, better than Bleach did at the same start when Jujutsu Kaisen is right now, because I think Jujutsu Kaisen is only 100-something chapters in, so you can't compare it fully to Bleach, but it's moving along, so I'm excited for it. But shout out to Black Clover, man, because like I really dig what's going on. The next thing we got is for everybody who's a fan of Cells at Work. The new season of Cells at Work won't be a continuation of the story from the main manga series. Instead, the new series set to premiere in January 2021 will cover the events in the spinoff manga series Cells at Work Code Black. This should be exciting for people because this is one of 5 spinoff series, and the next season of Cells at Work will be this. It was announced last year at Anime Japan and confirmed to its winter 2021 date back in March. It was originally scheduled to release this July, but due to coronavirus, this is where we at. Whereas the original Cells at Work covers the daily lives of anthropomorphic cells inside of a normal, relative, healthy body, Code Black takes that premise but changes the setting as an out-of-shape, middle-aged Japanese salaryman with a very unhealthy lifestyle. Code Black also follows a white and red blood cell, but the genders are swapped. The white blood cell is a girl and the red blood cell is a dude. The spinoff series is more risque and is an 18-plus rating in Japanese. It gets darker, it gets more ecchi, and because he's unhealthy, they have to deal with more viruses, so it's more fights. I'm actually excited for this more because I watched some of Cells at Work. I'm not 100% finished. I like the series, but I think the idea of Code Black getting violenter, more ecchi, I think is just going to be better received by the mainstream anime crowd, because I know Cells at Work has its fan base, but this is something I think all of us can get behind.
For sure. People love Cells at Work. I haven't really gotten into it quite yet, but it's probably just because I don't want to say it's not my bag. You know what I'm saying? But it looks like something like the premise isn't selling it for me. The show is going to have to sell it for me. It's one of those things I'm probably just going to have to start randomly
and just watch
how I feel about it. Because
it's entertaining. I got to give it to you. But I'm more excited for this one than the one we got right now. So just to call a spade a spade. The next story we have is that that Viz Media has announced on Tuesday that its license of Super Mario Brothers Manga Mania, a volume of selected stories from Yukio Sawada, Super Mario Kun manga, it's coming. Viz has announced that a late 2020 release date for the volume will be out with a December 8th release date. The volume titled Super Mario Kun or Super Mario Selected Stories in Japan debuted in September 2017. This is how the story is. Join Mario and pals in crazy adventures inspired by the hit video game. This collection of short stories showcases fan favorite characters of the Super Mario Brothers world in new, unconventional, and hilarious ways. Handpicked from years of Mario comics in Japan, the compilation has never been available in English until now. This is dope. I'm excited for this.
Yeah, I
got my Mario Bros shirt on.
Yeah, facts. Love Mario. Love manga, you know what I'm saying? You know, love Nintendo, you know what I'm saying? Got the Switch gang popping.
Especially if we get Luigi, Wario, Waluigi, like if they really do the damn thing, this could be something fire.
And I remember they had a Mario anime a while back. It's like 80s, if not early 90s. But I remember seeing that shit and I was like intrigued by it, but it was just kind of too old for me to watch. So I would love to read manga just because I love Mario and like as a game. And I've always just, since a kid, I always just wanted. I don't know if you've seen the '90s movie, the live action movie of Mario
with John Leguizamo.
It's garbage, bro.
Yeah.
It's so garbage. It's good to me. Like it's so garbage and it's so funny. It's a classic. It's like a cult classic because it's so bad. It's good, if that makes sense. And I love Mario so much since a kid. I've just always wanted extra bonus content from Mario. And as an adult, what more? Like what better way to ingest it besides manga or anime? And if the manga is good and it's successful, we may get an anime adaptation. I'm not saying it's gonna be something super serious, but I mean there's a bunch of slice of life shows I watch, and Mario, the anime would be a dope ass slice of life show if they adapt some of these short stories. And you know, it's probably gonna be kid friendly. I don't imagine anything too deep, too dark, too crazy. So
but just let it be fun.
Anime, yeah, exactly. And that's what I expect from it. That's what I anticipate.
Like, give us the humor, but give us the Bowser fight. Like, just make it fun, kid friendly, like you said, but that anybody who grew up on Mario can love it. And I'm not expecting Mario to punch through Bowser and we see blood. Like, I'm not expecting none of that.
Some comedy, honestly.
Yeah, you know exactly. Like I'm expecting some Toriyama old school Dragon Ball comedy in this.
That's what they need to get on the team. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I've seen all these mangaka kind of dabble in other mangas. Like, you know how around the anniversaries of everybody's shit, like you'll see Kubo do like a bunch of Naruto drawings, and you'll see a Toriyama do like a Ichigo drawing around the anniversaries for all these, because the Shonen Jump as a clique, they kind of stick together and they kind of support each other and shit like that. But I would love to see them dabble in other bags that is of their subgenre, like to see like Toriyama dabble in some Mario and make it kind of comedy. To me, they could do a like Dr. Slump Mario crossover, and that wouldn't be too far fetched.
Exactly.
So I'm just excited. So just getting that ball rolling and getting that Mario shit started would just open up so many doors for future greatness.
Yep. So, all right, the final news story we have is Adult Swim's Toonami has announced something that's going to replace Food Wars. It's on Wednesday, announced this on Wednesday, that Satoshi Kon's Paranoia Agent anime on April 25th will come back on April 25th, and it will replace Food Wars in the 1 a.m. time slot Eastern Standard. So that's the 12 a.m. for everybody Central, and Pacific, that would be 10 p.m. for everybody on the West Coast. So, Chrissa, do you know what Paranoia Agent is?
I've heard about it for a while. It's been one that's always been around, and I've been seeing the name and I've heard the name, but I've never really looked deeper into it.
Same. I've never really watched it. Like, I have the plot pulled up right now on Wikipedia, but I don't even know if I should read that because it's going hella deep. But I know this looks pretty interesting. Basically, it's a detective follows mysterious attacks in Tokyo. That's what we got. And you know me, I'm into detective stuff. So I'm going to check this out on Toonami. This is going to give me a reason to watch Toonami.
Did they even finish Food Wars? Did they wrap up where it's at up to date in the dub? Or is it like, are they just getting rid of it? Because I don't imagine Food Wars not being successful.
No. I think this is the end of season 3. And I think they're getting ready. When the new season comes out, I think that's when Food Wars will come back.
Because see, my big thing is, like, I haven't really been watching, and I'm a heavy supporter of Toonami. If I was in the living room right now, I'd have my Toonami bag. My Toonami shirt's probably in here somewhere. But as far as watching it, the only thing I'm pulling up to Toonami for right now is Demon Slayer, just because. And every time we talk about Toonami in the new lineup, I gotta go hard on dubs. You know what I'm saying? And just kind of speak on that a little bit. But Demon Slayer is the only thing I'm watching on Toonami, because pretty much everything on Toonami I've seen already. And when I go watch Toonami, I'm watching it to get the dub. Just being a dub / sub guy, one that doesn't, lean towards either or. But I fucked with the Dragon Ball Super dub, but as far as the Demon Slayer dub, man, they got some damn hits and misses. Like, I'm liking a lot of characters. I'm loving them, but being a flamboyant character like myself, you know what I'm saying, I expected a little bit more from Uzui. They did not. I didn't hear the word flamboyant come out of that dude's mouth one time. They were like, "Oh, I'm feeling spicy today." Oh, and I was sitting there like, "Whoa, son, you got one job, son. You got one job."
Well, apparently, Food Wars, the thing that's out, is just season 2 just in, so they didn't even do season 3 yet. So I think Toonami's stretching that.
So they're probably waiting to and they probably can't really do a season 3 dub right now with the quarantine.
And they probably wait until the anime finishes, because season 4 is about to drop dub. So then, sub, and then once season 4 finishes, then I think Toonami gonna try to get the dubs for all of that. And you're right, due to Corona right now, everything's all the dub people are everything's pushed back. So hopefully they'll get the new season of Food Wars soon enough. But Paranoia Agent, I'm gonna be excited to check that out. And like you said, I'm not even checking for Toonami for Demon Slayer right now. And like, I finished My Hero, whatever, because they, I believe they just they're like in the process of finishing. And so
I watched My Hero dubbed on Funimation. Yeah,
exactly. So like, I don't have to really peep for that too much on Toonami. But all right, that's all the news we have this week. We got 2 questions. One was submitted by our guy Again, if you want to submit a question, you can either tweet at Chrissa SJE, or tweet at me at LynBWT on Twitter. Or I just realized you got your Twitter name on there. Let me add my Twitter name.
But we gotta have Haz on here as a guest. We gotta have Harem King Haz on here as a guest once, especially since while we got the visuals popping on Zoom, because like he started One Piece and he got some fucking hot takes. Because me and you, we do differ on a lot of subjects, but a lot of stuff we do agree on.
He calling it Zoro Piece, bro. I'm not messing with Haz with Zoro Piece. That nigga's stupid.
Hey, bro, Haz be cut up, bro.
But shout out to Haz, man. But
some of his takes be wild, but sometimes I'm like,
yeah, what you gonna do?
He got a point. He got a point.
But like I was saying, send in any questions that you have for next episode at Chrissa SJE or at LynBWT on Twitter, or you can go to our website, BrosWhoThink.com. On the homepage, scroll all the way to the bottom, put your first, last name, and then in the subject line, put #AnimeTalk question, and we will answer your question on the next show. So Hazard's question is, he said, I switched up with the shonen question, and I realized that seriously well thought out questions just aren't me. So time to get back to the basics. Who is the horniest mangaka in your opinion?
Oh shit! I thought he was gonna ask something, because a lot of time when I'm not prepared for the question, I'm like, let me think about that one. Look, this one is one I got a tier list, bro.
Yeah, I got some people.
We got all of them are horny, if we being real. You know what I'm saying? All of them are, at least they got a little bit of horniness to them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Who you think is top tier?
I mean, okay, if we're talking shonen, Hiro Mashima is up there.
I was about to say, if you don't say it, bro, Hiro fucking Mashima, son. Like, if you don't,
He is up there.
Just look at the fucking his character designs. There's nobody you can't tell me a horny man didn't draw this. Like, this is slight work. This is the cover. This is not even one. I could probably just open up to a random page and see some cleavage. Like,
isn't she like? Didn't they have a panel of her on there in Eden Zero doggy style or some shit like that?
Bro, I was reading the first few chapters of Doggy Style. I was reading the first few chapters of Eden Zero, like when I was first getting into it, and being that I'm a super ecchi kind of guy, you know what I'm saying? I was fucking with it super hard. I fucked with Fairy Tail, and to me, this is just Fairy Tail and new rapping.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of things, like, let's be real, you know what I'm saying? Fairy Tail did have a lot of action. It did have a decent story. But a lot of the reason why motherfuckers was watching Fairy Tail was because Lucy, Urza, you know what I'm saying, is titty tail, you know what I'm saying? Opie tail. You feel me? If we're being 100% honest.
Nigga said titty tail.
I do feel like a lot of females can get into, not to put genders on specific anime as well, but I know a lot of ladies I know love Fairy Tail. That's kind of a bag that a lot of dudes shy away from, unless you're into more of that ecchi bag. You're more into that kind of friendship bag, because, you know, Fairy Tail is that One Piece friendship gang kind of plot. But as far as just the character designs, Mashima is goated horny mangaka. I've known this since I was a kid, before I even knew what Fairy Tail was. When my mom used to take me on these trips to you know, Barnes and Noble and Books a Million, and I would just grab the first thing that appealed to me, and my little horny 12-year-old ass would grab the most appealing character designs, if you will. And I remember I picked up Rave Master, and Ellie is a great character design. She's definitely not drawn by a non-horny mangaka. And he elaborated on Fairy Tail and went crazy with it. Like, his Fairy Tail horny bag was outrageous. I'm not super deep into Eden Zero to see it's not breaking up or nothing?
No, it did for a second. You good now?
Okay, just making sure. I'm about to say I'm not super deep into Eden Zero, as far as, like, I'm not on chapter like 50 or 100 or whatever, but like the female bag he got on here is wild too. As far as he know what he's doing, you know what I'm saying?
They got another one, like, I think Atsushi Akubo, the writer of Soul Eater and Fire Force. Horny nigga, bro.
Horny as fuck, son.
Horny nigga, bro.
And then that man, bro.
Oda is horny, bro. Like, bro, if you look at Nami, freaking Robin, Boa Hancock, Perona,
he gradually got hornier throughout his time. Like, he just got older and got hornier.
Pre-time skip, a little less horny.
Oh yeah, post-time skip is super horny, bro. Bro, this nigga Oda, he was in his super horny bag after time. Especially once they started adapting the manga into anime, I feel like Oda was in the room like, not enough. A little more. The movement wasn't moving enough. Let it jiggle a little more. You know what I'm saying?
Who you got? I know you got some people.
I'm not gonna lie. Kubo is Opie King.
Yeah.
Like, he draws everybody.
Toriyama.
Some of the character designs. I don't know if you know the bully that was bullying up on Orihime. She wasn't like super
busty.
Yeah, busty, but definitely she had like this outfit that was like, it came down to right here and circled, and then everything else was just all out. They got that one Arankar, and she's like, titties about to fall out.
Yeah, I think her name is Hannibal.
His horny bag, son. I be watching Bleach like, bro, Kubo. You gotta chill. You gotta chill, son.
Yo go Toriyama.
Oh yeah, he's horny in a whole nother kind of bag. Just because the whole original Dragon Ball, he was like going crazy with the horniness, to where when Z came out, I feel like Shonen Jump was like, you gotta calm down a little bit.
Yeah, bro, he had little Goku dick out, like Bulma's teeth. Like, that nigga didn't give a damn.
And that's the thing, bro. Oda, Kubo, Mashima, they all got their horny bag. This nigga Toriyama drawing whole bare titties in a teen magazine. Like, this is a magazine geared towards teens, and I've seen Bulma's nipples, bro, on several occasions in the manga. Like, early chapters, bro, and it's not just once, it's several times. I'm sitting there like, damn, how was Toriyama the only one getting away with this? Toriyama's the only one having full frontal nudity as far as breasts and penises. Like, you see Goku's little schmeat all over Dragon Ball, bro, and that's just, I don't know if that's just a horny bag or a weird
just what he do
bag.
Yeah, that nigga Toriyama be wildin'. Boichi, yo, look, Boichi is a wild boy.
Like, didn't he used to do like legit hentai at one point in time before he Dr. Stone?
I don't know about, well, look, they got this series called Wall Man, and it's hella ecchi. Sun Can Rock, like
Sun Can Rock got some sex scenes in there, and that shit is not for the younger audience. Yeah, for sure. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Boichi a wild boy. Like, go read Wall Man. Go read Wall Man by Boichi, and then come holler at me.
That out. That nigga's on Sun Can Rock. And just the character designs for Dr. Stone, like, you see the whole, you know what he know what he's doing.
Low key, Boichi's the man. Like, Boichi, like, is one of my, honestly, like, the property I love from Boichi is not even the Shonen Jump shit. Is Wall Man, Sun Can Rock. Like, those are my shits. Like, I fuck with that. You got any others? Because I don't know any of the ecchi people. Like, I just started High School DxD, but, like, I don't know that the person who made the manga's name.
I know a lot of the mangaka for, like, the shonen mangaka, they be getting in their horny bag. But as far as ecchi, like, every single ecchi, whoever wrote Kaijo or Kaijo, however you say it, they was in their horny bag, and that's their only bag, bro. That whole series is like horny X horny. You know what I'm saying? But as far as shonen, I know not too many of them get in the horny bag like Kubo, Mashima. You know what I'm saying? Because even I know, like, Kishimoto, he don't be getting in his horny bag enough. Like, his character designs,
none. And even Horikoshi does it tastefully. Like, yeah, you might get whatchamacallit, what's her name?
Miriko?
Yeah, you might get Mirko. And
Mirko, then, he be like, every time he draw, like, every time Shonen Jump,
that's his baby though.
I feel like Shonen Jump sitting there like, hey, the fans are loving Mirko. You gotta draw more. He's like, y'all gonna make me act up. Like, then he's like, say less. You know what I'm saying?
Say less. We got you.
You already know her coach is like, say no more, bro. I'm getting
it's that time. Like, don't you worry.
I've seen so much, like, full art of Mirko. Like, she's everywhere. And official art.
She like the only one, or besides Midnight, the girl with the black hair, who's the teacher, who who kind of got like the bondage shit. She's one of the ones. But other than that, Horko should be on like his light vibes, like slight work. He'll do it a little bit. Facts.
Like, I'm trying to think about who else as far as because I know there was a bunch when I was young. Like, when I was younger and I was reading Shonen Jump, there was a bunch of like
Togashi not really on it like that either.
Nah, Togashi, he was in his horny bag just as much as he felt like he should be, because as far as a shonen mangaka, you're catering towards a younger male, and I feel like Togashi knew that, so Togashi put just enough horny bag to be like, would this appeal to me if I was a younger child or a younger teen? Because he did have the horny bag in there, but he wasn't going crazy with it. Like, he had the pervy stuff in the first couple seasons and chapters with Keiko and Yusuke, and then after a while it was like no ecchi even a little bit. Then you get to the dark tournament and you get the medical chick with the wire bikini.
Yeah,
thing.
I know.
And that was the closest thing you see to him getting his horny bag in Yu Yu Hakusho. And in Hunter x Hunter, he has a lot of great character designs. Like, I feel like the horniest he gets in Hunter x Hunter is like Shizuku from the Phantom Troop. Whenever she got the white Calvin Klein sports bra and shit on, you could tell he was in his horny bag a little bit. But
not crazy.
He wasn't going crazy with it. You feel me?
I hope that answers your question, Harem King has. And like I said, if you guys want to send questions, look, it's on his page at Chrissa SJE on Twitter or at Lyn BWT.
I feel like something is slipping my mind. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know a lot of the mangaka's names unless they're some of my favorites. I don't know the Black Clover mangaka, but I know for sure he be in his horny bag in the weirdest way. Like, the shit I've been seeing of like Noelle, and I'm like, Noelle? I'm like, of all the characters you got, you gonna get in your horny bag with Noelle?
But then even with even with Noelle's cousin, the Vermilion, she be getting in it too. Like, she had like a scene the other day. And then when they put all of them in the bathhouse, because he be doing them bathhouse scenes like nobody's business. Like, that's his bag. Like, oh, let me get him in a bathhouse. And then the anime's like, well, looks like we can't show that in America.
Yep, we got canceled. We cutting this out. You know what I'm saying? No
Or
dub.
they just put clouds over it.
Facts.
Niggas, the anime people be having rough times. But
Whew.
the second question I wanted to ask you, in honor of National Anime Day, I don't want to ask the first anime that got you into anime, because obviously all first is either Dragon Ball or Yu Yu Hakusho. I want to ask you the series that changed it for you, the one that made you be like, I need more of this. I need more anime content.
Yeah, because it was Pokemon and Dragon Ball was the first.
But what was the one that made you love it?
Damn, like think about like the first. It's hard to see to really pinpoint timeline wise which one, because it was definitely Adult Swim, because Toonami was my shit. I fucked with Sailor Moon, I fucked with Dragon Ball, I fucked with anime, but there was a point in time, because I was rocking with Hamtaro as a kid. But there was a point in time when I was like, I don't want to watch it if it's not anime. And the shows that did it to me or did it for me, aside from Yu Yu Hakusho, was because Yu Yu Hakusho is probably that one, if we're being honest, because that one, when that hit, right, my mom was very strict on me as a kid. Like I was like bed at 8 or 9 school nights, and that's when Adult Swim was on a lot of times.
Yep.
And I'd have to like take VHS recordable tapes and record the whole Adult Swim, and I would have a bunch of different ones because I couldn't just get a certain episode of one show. I had to record the whole session until the tape stopped. And I would literally do that just to watch like the Saturday night, or like whenever they were doing the anime block, and I was watching Yu Yu Hakusho. That was my favorite bag. And Cowboy Bebop really did it for me super hard too. But other than those two, I feel like probably Inuyasha. Inuyasha was something like that. Was, as a kid, like I was infatuated with Inuyasha the whole show, because that's another one that was definitely in his horny bag. Like, you know what I'm saying, with all the hot tub scenes, with all the Moroku shit, and that spoke to 13-year-old Chrissa. You know what I'm saying?
I think what did it for me, I think there's 4. And like the last one I'm gonna say is the one that was the last cup of water that overfilled the cup, that broke the cup. So Yu Yu Hakusho, of course, that was when it was like, okay, this isn't Dragon Ball Z, this is something crazy. Cowboy Bebop, like you said, I was like, what is this American style stuff? I'm gonna say Trigun / Big O, because I didn't necessarily know what those things were called. I was just like, damn, this dude's like Bruce Wayne, and who's this gunslinger? But the one that put it over the edge was Naruto. That's when I was like, all right, I need to find all of this. I need to go figure out what Big O's name is. I need to go figure out what Trigun's name is. I need to find more anime series. So it was Yu Yu Hakusho, I'd say, Naruto, and Cowboy Bebop are the main 3 that did it for me. But when I saw things like Big O and Trigun, it was like, oh, this is something special. This is something different. So those are the ones for me.
Now, see, with Naruto, I didn't really get into Naruto until like a little bit older. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was a little bit older, I was really rocking with Naruto. But like,
see, I was watching Naruto every day after school for the new episodes until that shit stopped, and then I had to read the manga. Like I was young when that shit started.
Like I fucked with Naruto, but as far as I fucked with Naruto because I was reading it in Shonen Jump. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you feel me? The only reason why I was reading Shonen Jump, that kind of solidifies that it was Yu Yu Hakusho. Because like for me, because like I was reading Shonen Jump because I found out Yu Yu Hakusho was in there. You know what I'm saying? And I was like getting the subscriptions after that. But Naruto, I was reading it, but I think the manga didn't hit for me until that was around that phase where I was like, not saying I was done with anime, but I was on like a little hiatus.
Yeah, you take a break.
I was on that high school beer pong. I was like, if it's not beer pong, messing with girls and shit, I'm not doing it. I'm like, I still had a love for anime, but I wasn't actively out looking for it. But I remember when I finally started getting back into anime, Naruto was already about to start Shippuden. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And I was like, that shit, and people were hyping it up to be better than Dragon Ball and better than this. I was like, I ain't watching that shit. Because I'm like, I remember the tuning exams when I read it in Shonen Jump. That's mid. But it not saying it was mid, but it wasn't fucking with Dragon Ball. And that's the main thing people try to get me to watch Naruto. I'd be like, yeah, I love anime. Yu Yu Hakusho, Dragon Ball. And people would be like, Dragon Ball? You better watch some fucking Naruto. You're an idiot. Like, if you like Dragon Ball, you'll love Naruto. You'll forget about Dragon Ball. And I was like, damn, son, you have to tell me like that. That's a way to get me not to watch something. But I ain't gonna lie, when I did start Naruto, that bitch, it made me regret waiting so long to start it.
That was the one, man. I remember every day after school, me and my pops would watch that shit. And then, like, he got mad when it stopped airing. And then I kept reading it. And he was like, yo, where do I find this shit at? Like,
yeah, I didn't even know. You got your pops in the Naruto? That speaks volumes on how cool Naruto is.
But, like, no, that's the thing. Like, my pops got me into Batman, the animated series. So my pops got me into comics. And then, like, we was watching Toonami, because Batman the animated series would come on before that, or some like all those superhero shows like Static, Batman Beyond, and then he was like, I would stay and watch this. And he was like, what's this? And I was like, Naruto. You should just watch it with me. If you like all this other shit, you might like it. And then me and him just started watching it, and then that nigga got in. Like that nigga watched he had to add the other day he asked me for my VRV account. He was like, bro, where you be watching all these anime at? Yeah, and then he hit me with, oh, you gonna fuck with my pops? He said, Lyn, I don't got time to read all this. Give me the dub website.
Let me get the dub, son. I'm tired of doing all this shit when I watch it. Old people not for that shit at all, bro.
But his shit is My Hero. That's like his favorite. Like he thinks My Hero is the shit. Like that's
my dad. He fucks with Naruto, but he doesn't really fuck with Naruto. He's one of them Netflix.
Okay.
He watched the movies. He didn't even watch the series. I remember I went visit my parents one time. I just went pull up at their house. Like, what y'all getting into? And I heard dub Naruto's voice. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what is going on in that? What's going on in that room? You know what I'm saying? I go in there. I'm like, what the fuck are you watching? Because then I didn't really watch a lot of Naruto movies at that point. So I'm like, what are you even watching right now, son? I'm like, I know Naruto, but I don't know none of what's going on right there. Yeah. First of all, what are you watching? Second of all, when did you start watching Naruto? Third of all, let me put you on game. You know what I'm saying? But after that, I tried to put him on a bunch of shit. And like, I tried to put him on Demon Slayer. I tried to put him on like all kind of stuff. And he was like, I'm not reading that shit.
Yeah, you gotta watch it.
Not.
That's my pops, man. Like my pops love Cowboy Bebop. He love everything in English. Like if it's in English,
I should have put my pops on Cowboy Bebop. I feel like that's his bag for sure.
Yeah, no, do that and then try again. Like you got to hit him with the more things that are like grounded in a sense. Like Black Lagoon, I'm sure he would fuck with.
Black Lagoon, that's his bag 1,000,000%. He's gonna watch episode 1 of the dub and hear all the F-bombs get dropped, and he could be like, damn, anime. I didn't know anime could get this good. Like he's one of them people. He's like one of them old heads. He's like loves like Steven Seagal.
Yeah, dad
like
movies,
like
straight dad movies.
He's a dad guy.
That's
so
my
like,
shit.
Black Lagoon. You low-key just gave me Tuesday. I might have to be like, hey, son, I know you quarantining because my mom made him quit his job and shit. He's over there like just nothing to do besides what he got the little what's it called, the Fire Stick. So he on everything right now.
Put him on that, bro. But with that being said, let's get into the reviews. We got a lot of shows to review. Let's get into that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into our reviews. So first off, I told Chris I'm going to just talk about this real quick before we get into Gleipnir and Tower of God. But Operate Ran Man, or Pare Ran Man, the first episode dropped. Super dope. The animation's beautiful. It's basically about these two people, the samurai and this engineer from Japan. The samurai is basically the head of this dojo, and one of the lords is like, this engineer's doing too much. We had to put him in jail, but you need to be basically his parole officer and when he come out. But turns out the nigga broke out of jail, went to his house, was working on his boat, and he was like, fuck this, you niggas too strict. I'm about to peace out. The samurai get trapped on his boat, and basically they sail on accident all the way to America on this steam-powered boat. And we don't see their adventures in America because they build into that. But the show starts off with them in a race, and they're racing from California to New York City, and they got a black dude with dreads. Everybody in the show is dripped out. I'm ready to see like the cowboy action because they say it's a legit Western with guns and shit, but it's also a race in anime. I really think Pare Ran Man is going to be one of the sleepers of 2020. It's really fire. Like I give that shit. Yeah, no, you definitely got to check that out. That one is cash money. The next one is The Millionaire Detective. Balance Unlimited. This one is basically if Batman wasn't Batman, if he was just like a detective nigga and used all his money to solve crimes, and he basically got a Watson or Jim Gordon working with him who's kind of poor and he don't really fuck with rich niggas. It's them solving crimes. And the first episode was fire because the way that nigga came on screen, Daisuke, he is a bad motherfucker. He got like
Daisuke was trending the other day. Is that where that's from?
That's what it's from.
I'm gonna have to peep it out. I thought, like, whenever I saw Daisuke trending, you know I'm a Digimon fan. I thought that was like, because Davis in the English dub, and I know they just dropped that new Digimon show. So I'm like, damn, they're bringing in second gen episode 2?
Nope. It was
I clicked it and I was like, who the fuck is this?
It was my nigga Daisuke from Millionaire Detective.
He the main character?
Yeah, he cold as hell, bro. Bruce Wayne in an anime. Nigga got a Bluetooth in his ear with his butler. Let me tell you one of his flexes. So the nigga was driving his Viper or his Bentley in the middle of town, just smashing through cars, just smashing, just trying to get to where he gotta go. And then somebody was fussing with him. He was like, "Look, Butler man, this nigga license plate, transfer double the money for the damages in this nigga account." So his car all busted up. He can't move. The other nigga like, "What is this dude doing? We gotta arrest him." He like, "Nah, bro, I'm a detective." He show him his badge. Then they figure out where they gotta go. The nigga is like, "We need a car." So the homie walk up to this dude with the fire Viper, like old school Viper. This dude's a prince or whatever, and he's like, this costs $1 million some yen, whatever. This dude was like, "Here, Butler nigga, transfer 10 million yen to this nigga account. Give me the keys." And then he took the keys, took the nigga thing, dipped out. He was talking to the chief. The chief was like, "You want a cigarette?" He was like, "Nah, peasant, I don't fuck with that." He pulled out a big ass cigar.
And he like, "Bitch, cigarettes, nigga. Cigarettes are for poor people."
Yeah, that's what he
Smoking
said.
is fucking Cuban, bitch. Cubans are illegal out here. Bitch, I'm rich. There is no illegal, nigga.
Daisuke is that nigga, bro. You gotta check that
out. That sounds like my bag, too. That's my type of bag.
And it's like, it's more comedy than ID Invaded, and it's more realism than like ID Invaded. They go inside of like subconscious, and it takes a while to get into. First episode, you gonna fuck with Daisuke because he just a nigga. He like, "I got this paper, dog. I'm about to.
Bro, that sounds like it's about to be my fucking bag. So that sounds like some new bars about to drop. I'm about to drop Weave God 2 on these niggas.
No, when you do, you gotta have I'm stacking paper like Daisuke bar on there.
I'm saying, son. I'm gonna give you the writing credit for that one, son. You know what I'm saying? That already sounds like a bar right there. That's like legit.
No fact.
The nigga, they got an anime Bruce Wayne, son.
That's what it is. And
that's player, son.
Basically flexing on you niggas like Daisuke.
And don't they be wearing like a suit and shit? I saw him wearing like a suit in one of the screenshots I seen.
Bro, coldest black suit. Like, why all of his constituents and other people, because he could have went to Division 1 where they wear suits. This nigga was like, "Nah, I'm going to Division 2 and I'm gonna lift y'all up." The nigga that his partner just be wearing like a button down with a hoodie on, looking all bummy.
Fucking wow.
So that shit is.
This is Versace. I'm Gucci. You Polo.
That's exactly what it is, bro. Shit is fire. But let's talk about one of the main ones we're reviewing this year, in spring 2020, Gleipnir. So let's get into episode 1. Shuichi lives a normal high school life until a mysterious stranger threatens to reveal his incredible secret. This dude was seeing like Digimon shit like flutter across the screen, the purple and black like digitalized shit. He saw a dog, he ended up saving the dog, and all of a sudden this nigga could transform into like this dog mascot or whatever. And basically this girl is like, "I'm gonna reveal your secret or whatever if you don't come through to the house and us talk about it." They
that
talk
shit was
about
hard.
Yeah, they talk about it. And basically he saves her life. He basically about to rape her ass low key, and then he calms himself down. They go to her house, and then they cool or whatever. And doesn't the first episode with just them ending at the house, or does it end with just him saving it?
It ends with homegirl busting in the house. And
okay.
Then it ends.
Okay, so yeah, so they chilling at the crib, and basically one of these monster creatures, because that's what we know them as, monsters. She busts through the house and she's like, "Yo, what is going on? I need to know what y'all are doing." And the girl's name is Claire, the main girl, and I'm trying to find the dude's name, the main homie's name, but yeah. So it's Shuichi. Yeah, Shuichi. It's Shuichi and Claire. So yeah, so Claire's the girl and Shuichi's the boy. So his name is Kagaya, and I'm like, "Oh shit, is it? It's not Kaguya, but I'm gonna just call him Shuichi because I'm not about to call him Kagaya."
Yeah, for sure.
But
Kagaya.
First episode was lit. It's just it was interesting because it's like, yo, what did this dude turn into? Because at first you're thinking, okay, this dude has some crazy ass power. What's going on? How did he get this crazy ass power? And what's up with this crazy ass girl, Claire? Like, she is wilding.
And she is the definition of crazy.
Mm-hmm. And we find that out more in the second episode. So what would you rate episode 1? Because it's just the intro. I would give it a solid 3.9.
This is my thing, right? I watched episode 1 on a whim. I heard nothing about this show at all. I was just on Funimation, literally bored one night. I was like, what the fuck am I going to do with my night? This shit look weird. What is this? You know what I'm saying? So I clicked it, watched it, ended up like getting way more into it than I thought I would. It's just the fucking the dog helmet looking thing or whatever it was. It looked like a dog suit, like a dog mascot suit.
Yeah, it's a dog mascot.
Huh.
That's what I'm saying.
And I'm like, what is going on with this? I'm like, that looks intriguing. The art style pulled me in. So I watched it. Then from there, from the beginning of the episode to the end of the episode, it was a roller coaster of what the fuck.
Yeah.
And by the time I got to the end of the episode, I got no answers, but I was intrigued. I was like, this is hard. So I went, you know what I'm saying? You already know I had to hop on the manga, and I saw this shit. I was like, this shit look hard. So I read the first couple chapters just to see the differences between the first episode and
I gotta say, the animation looks way better than the manga.
I'm not gonna lie, I love the manga the manga like art, but I love the animation as well.
Same.
Like, we really see how, like, to me, I watched episode 1. And I love the animation style and the art style for the anime, but it drew me into the manga, and I started reading the manga. I read what I watched, and then I read 20 more chapters or 19 more chapters. I stopped at chapter 20. So I read all that shit, and then I was like, okay, I gotta chill out. I was like, I'm probably past season 1. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I gotta chill out. So I'm like, I want to see this in action. And by that time, I was talking to you about it and shit like that. And around that time, like, episode 2 was about to drop. So I'm like, yes, let's get it. I watched episode 2, and then that's where you really see the gap between the animation
in the manga.
Because episode 1 it had
like,
a lot of action in it, but like episode 2 was action packed.
And yeah, episode 1 is just Shuichi saving the girl. That's pretty much
the introduction. It was
it was
good introduction.
That's why I'm giving it a 3.9, maybe even a 4. Would you give it episode 1?
I'll give it a solid 4, just because, like, it's not one of them type of shows to where I had any kind of expectations. Because even Dorohedoro, I didn't have too many expectations. I didn't know what it was going to be about. But I for sure knew with Dorohedoro, the animation art style was the main thing that, like, from the trailer, it looked like it was excelling in that aspect.
That's the thing where I'm going to give this even a little more credit, because with Dorohedoro, I had expectation because of the trailer. This I ain't know nothing about. I just saw one of your tweets.
Exactly.
And I was like, well, let me just see what's popping. We need something to review. And then see, at that point, you didn't know episode 2 was out. And then I had seen 1 and 2, and I was like, oh, this shit is gas. Like, Chris was right. We got to go.
That's the thing. I just watched 1. So I'm sitting there like, this is dope. But then, like, and usually I don't get that from episode 1. Usually I watch episode 1 of some random shit, and I'll be like, that was cool, and I forget about it. This shit, I was like, this is hard. And then I left it alone, and then, because I didn't start reading the manga as soon as I watched episode 1. Like, I watched episode 1, and I was like, damn, I'm gonna peep episode 2 when it drops. And then, like, a couple days after watching episode 1, I'm like, I gotta read this. Like, because I thought about it randomly. I'm like, why am I thinking about this random anime I just watched? Because usually, like, bro, you don't know how bored I be in here. I'll watch the first episode of anything. Like, I'll watch the first 3 episodes of anything. Like, I don't know if you ever heard of Monster Hunter. It's kind of like Pokemon Digimon, but it's, like, more kiddie. Yeah. And I was watching this shit the other day, and I was like, this is cool. I'm never going back and watching that shit again. I got what I needed from that.
Yeah.
There's like all kind of old 90s anime I give a try. This one, it left an impression on me to where after I watched it, I was still thinking about it. So I was like, I can't just settle for watching that first episode. And that says a lot about it to me, because I watch a million shows and a lot of good shows too, but it's just
a lot of mid and a lot of trash. A
lot of shows start off mid. Like, with Black Clover, that shit had to grow on me. Bleach had to grow on me. It's like, I'm not going to watch your show if I watch the first 2 or 3 episodes and I'm not like, I need more. Like, this one, I needed more after 1 episode. So I felt like this is hard, because after that first episode, it drew me in, and that bait, it's hard to get that bait to hook, line, and sinker. You know what I'm saying?
No, I agree. Like, I was thoroughly impressed. So episode 2, what it means to be empty. As the mysterious attacker closes in, Claire discovers something about Shuichi's costume form, and that changes everything. Well, what Claire discovers is that Shuichi, his form, whereas this mysterious girl's form, she gets basically monster arms and monster legs, and she has superhuman strength by herself, and she is 100% strong. Whereas Shuichi, he's strong, but he's not as strong. And we find out that he's a mascot that's supposed to be, he's basically a mech. He's something that's supposed to be piloted. And so there's this crazy scene where the girl opens up the thing, and it's like she's fucking him. They give that, like, they play off the double entendre, like, ooh, I'm coming inside you, you're sticky, it's all moist and wet. That shit was crazy. And then you see her foot go through his chest when she get in the suit, and she getting her ass whooped for a little bit. Then Claire's like, hold on, bitch. She started whooping her ass, giving her them hands, giving them paws. Then when she break her leg, I was like, oh shit, nigga. That's when it went to like, damn. And then she pulled out her little gat, shot her. And Shuichi was being a bitch. He was like, damn, I don't fuck with this.
Oh my God, you just son of a bitch. Oh my God, I can't be cool with you anymore. Like, bro, the moment after that, like whenever they were, you know what I'm saying?
Pussy.
I was sitting there like, bro, you a bitch. Like, he had
Pussy.
avoided her at school. She had to run up on this nigga. He was like, we're not friends anymore. She
No,
like,
he
we was never friends. She was like, I'm
Bro,
gonna sleep on you if you don't do what I say.
You not even like, you not even doing it justice. This nigga big pussy. She calling him. This nigga looking at it, press ignore right as she walk up behind him with the call like, oh, so you gonna ignore me, bitch, nigga?
That's some big worm shit, nigga. Call, oh, I'm not gonna answer. Nigga, I'm right here, bitch. You gonna answer that for, oh, so you just not gonna answer my call? Like I'm not gonna pull up on you, smack the fuck out of you? I called you to try to be discreet, nigga, but I will walk you out of class, nigga.
And she was like, look, that girl was gonna kill you no matter what. So like, what does it matter? These people are gonna come after you. There's other monsters, and then we find out about her sister. That like her sister basically killed her parents, and she's one of these monsters. That's how Claire knows about it, and Claire has the token or whatever that you put into this vending machine. Who's this mysterious blonde dude, and who's this girl at the end of the episode that wants to save Shuichi? So it's like we got these two mysteries going on, but I'm intrigued to see these other monsters, to see these battles, and to see Shuichi's and Claire's relationship develop. This episode getting a 5.6, 5.7 from me. This was amazing.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. This one hit like super hard because just first of all,
a 4.7. My bad.
Like the fucking like fight scene,
beautiful.
Like, bro, whenever she hopped into Shuichi's body, she was whooping this bitch ass. Like, she was slanging her into shit. I was watching that
thing. Yeah,
I remember visibly cringing. I was like, ooh. I was like, damn, bitch. Like, go easy on her. Like, shit, I know she's trying to threaten your life. You don't know nothing about her. Like me, I'm used to seeing anime where
they ask questions.
Yeah, you see the villains and like. In Naruto, Bleach, Dragon Ball,
One Piece,
they don't want to
everything.
kill the villain. Like, especially One Piece, nigga. I don't know. I can't name a body that Luffy caught. Like, as far as just, I'm a point blank kill you.
He has zero bodies.
Like, zero. He don't kill people. That's the thing in Shonen. You don't see that. With this shit, like, literally, you didn't get a big villain. You didn't get like, and a lot of the times in Shonen, when they do kill somebody, it's because they're super evil. You get this long drawn out shit like they gotta die. And there's this big exposition like, should I kill him? Should I just beat him? I can't not kill him. This one, it was no thought in her mind. She was like, bitch, I'm gonna off your stupid ass.
Broke her leg without, like, you gonna answer my question, bitch? Okay, cool. Broken leg. You gonna answer my question? Cool. Shot to the head.
I thought she was gonna give her more. I thought she was gonna give her more of a chance to answer questions. And I'm like sitting there like, son, you can't just do that. You gotta give her a chance. Like, I understand breaking a leg. I'm like, okay, that's good. That's good interrogation tactics. But after that, she was like, nigga, I don't give a fuck about the question no more. I don't like you. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck you,
I was sitting
bitch.
there like, bruh. And this is what really made it ruthless to me. She was already beating her ass. You didn't have to pull out the strap. You pull out the blicky. That's like, this is my thing, right? I know all these rappers is tough. These rappers be like, yeah, man, niggas want to box. I ain't with the box. I'm pulling out the strap. Which basically means, nigga, I can't fight. You gotta try to pull up the fist on me. You sneak me one good time, I'm a field player. I'm gonna shoot you. I'm not about to fight with you in the street. This one is like, I got the hands. I'm gonna beat your ass, and then I'm gonna shoot you. That's a different level of gangster. Like, I'm gonna beat your ass and then kill you after I beat the fuck out of you. Like, bro, she didn't give her a chance to answer no questions after that. She was like,
and look, I could feel Shuichi, like, you didn't even ask her no question, but Shuichi was being a pussy. Like,
yeah, Shuichi was being a pussy,
but Claire is a mega
afterwards mostly.
But Claire a psycho. Like, that's a crazy bitch.
Oh yeah,
like, I would not want to fuck with Claire.
She don't got daddy issues. She does have family issues. You know what I'm saying?
She got like, my parents were killed by my sister issues.
Yeah, for sure. And that I want to see that get fleshed into in the anime more, because like reading the manga, the story goes crazy. Like the random shit that you seeing, like I still don't know a lot of the big picture. From what I hear, where I'm about to hit in the manga is about to take a super turn and be like, what the fuck? But as far as episode 1, 2, I was like, what the fuck? But as far as right now in the anime, the stuff that they have revealed right now, it's intense. And you're at the edge of your seat. There's a bunch of mysteries. There's a bunch of questions. And all those questions need to get answered. And as of right now, I don't even care if like episode 3, 4, 5, the questions get answered, because as long as they keep up the pace with the action and the rapid, like, the roller coaster that is Gleipnir or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I'm ready to see some more fights, because the fight scenes are amazing. And I know I've seen fight scenes in the manga that I want to see animated just in that style of episode 2. Because when I'm telling you, I'm cringing at watching this bitch get her ass whooped. She was getting her ass whooped that bad, and it wasn't like trash animation. It looked like legit.
I
I'm
also
sitting there
want to
feeling
know.
bad for her at that point.
I also want to know who the third dude is on the cover with the hat. Like they got questions. Like because if you look at the cover on Funimation, it's the dog mascot behind Shuichi. It's Claire to the left of him, but who's on the right with the dude on the hat? That's what I want to know.
Because as of right now, you just see one.
I heard you.
Time I was trying to see the cover,
Yeah.
but you could tell that he's the only one so far, but you can tell there's more like him.
Yeah.
But the closest thing you see to him is the chick that was trying to kill him, and she didn't have that like you said, like a mech form where she changed.
She just had superpowers.
Exactly. In episode 2, you get to see her quirk, if you will, because she definitely got some shit up with her, like how they showed her being on the swim team.
No, it's the track team when she got the
legs.
Yeah,
track. You're right. Yeah. You're right. I think somebody else is on the swim team. I want to say
it's Claire. Because that's how.
Swim team.
Because I read the next manga chapter. Because Shuichi's like, if you're gonna keep coming in me, you got to put on the swimsuit. You're not coming. She was trying to come in and naked.
Yeah. The thing is, I've never seen no characters like that in anime. Like she's just like, I'm gonna get naked, son. And he's like, whoa. Typical dude seeing a girl get naked in anime, don't know how to handle it. Especially this nigga. He's certified pure pussy. He would never know what to do with that. You know
it reminds me of like that's like some super ecchi shit. Like I was even like High School DxD didn't even get this raw with it.
And
like
see, the description, I looked into it. I looked up like, you know what I'm saying, the description of what it was. It was like horror, action, ecchi, mystery or whatever. And I was like, ecchi? And that's kind of, I ain't gonna lie, the ecchi got me. I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch it. I'm like, this seems crazy. I'm like, how could this possibly be ecchi? It's a fucking teddy bear doll thing. I'm like, let me see what's popping. Episode 1, the only ecchi you really got to see was her changing. And then I saw this on Twitter prior to watching the episode, but nobody, like, you know how people just drop clips on Twitter?
Yeah.
I thought they were just dropping a clip of some random old anime, but I seen that clip and I was like, cool, whatever. But then I saw it in this show. I'm like, oh, that's what I watched on Twitter the other day. So I'm like, okay, this is intriguing. I thought that was some ecchi show they were teasing on Twitter, but now I see why they're quote unquote calling it ecchi, because it will have certain ecchi scenes.
Yeah.
But when you get to episode 2, like you said, how I'm coming inside you and the
that's you know crazy.
I'm feeling your insides. The innuendo that they're using, it's clear that they're trying to make that ecchi connection, but at the same time, they're not going overboard with it to make it goofy. Like a lot of the reason why I didn't like Tamaki from Fire Force is that her ecchi-ness affected the story. It affected the mood. And like when they had that villain, the villain pulled up and wanted to fight her, and she started doing the ecchi shit. To me, it looked like a badass villain. It looked like it was about to be a badass fight, and then boom, everything got nerfed by her just having an ecchi scene, being a fan service character. In this kind of show, you're about to see a lot of fan servicey moments, but I don't think it's about a sacrifice. You're not about to get it at the cost of any plot, at the cost of any action.
No.
They're giving you mostly that, but they're giving you just enough ecchi to be like, hey, you into that kind of shit, this is going to be kind of cool. And the way they do it is tasteful, and it's intriguing, because they're definitely teasing and hinting to deeper shit with this. Like you could tell psychologically and emotionally there's elements there. It's not just action.
It's some different shit. Like,
oh yeah, I've never seen shit this concept executed this way. First of all, this premise is something that's new to me. Second of all, the way they're executing it, even any other premise I've never seen get executed like this. Because I feel for all these characters. I even feel for the crazy bitch, because she's clearly crazy, but she's crazy for a reason.
And she didn't even like
her backstory.
She didn't even know anything about it. She was just trying to get normal again. Like she died kind of for no reason.
No reason at all. And the thing is, with the chick that died, I'm sitting there like, she's really gone. You know what I'm saying? The first episode, you're thinking she's about to be a new character. Anytime you see like a first episode, second episode of an anime, you see this antagonist pull up and want to fight the main characters. Usually the main characters beat their ass or get beat, and then eventually they're just not enemies, but they're kind of like not cool, but they know each other. And then eventually they're all on the same team. They offed her episode 2. She's gone.
Out of here.
She's out of here forever.
Later. Never gonna see her
back. You know what I'm saying? But as far as right now, she's fucking gone. And she went brutally. It was like, I wasn't even expecting that. Like the first episode caught me off guard, to say the least. And the second episode, I kind of felt like I you know what I'm saying? I knew what to expect from episode 2. And in episode 2, they blew my mind again. I'm like, what are y'all doing?
This some
Did y'all really just point blank shoot this bitch for no reason?
It had me on some Doro Hatero vibes, like, whoa.
Yeah. And bro, she was beating this bitch ass. I didn't even know she had the blicky. You know what I'm saying? She was beating her ass. I'm like, oh yeah, she giving it that work. Then she put the gun out. I was like, no. I'm like, don't tell me. I'm like, it's not about to happen. And then boom.
And I thought Shuichi was gonna stop her because it's his body. This nigga just watching in a ball, fetal position, like pussy shit,
like a bitch. You know what I'm saying? To me, I'm liking her more than him because she's more of an she's gonna get the story going. He's gonna be the nigga who's just passive. Claire gonna let this shit happen.
Claire is that girl right now. Like Claire eventually, is the one.
I'm looking forward to seeing, and I don't want to spoil too much, but I'm looking forward to seeing their relationship develop because right now she's just a bully. She's a sociopath. She doesn't care about him. She doesn't care about anybody in her way. But she has her own little goals.
I will say at the end of the second episode when she was like, Shuichi, I can't guarantee you we'll figure everything out, but I promise you, because he was like, I don't want to die in this suit as this. She was like, I'll be in there with you and we're going to die together. You won't die alone. And he was like,
that showed heart.
And this is why I give it a 4.7, because when she was like, it might even get a 5. When she was like, well, when do you want to die? He was like, I kind of want to die right now. And she was like, say less, nigga. She got up on top and she was like, don't take too long. Jumped off. That nigga was like, no, let me come grab you. And she was like, see, I told you, I'm with you. Ride or die. We in this together.
Cause see, the first episode, he saved her. And he was like, I saved you. And she was like, I know. I was trying to kill myself.
Yeah, I was
like, damn, that's dark. And in the second episode, all he had to say was, I want to die. She's like, bet. And he was like, wait, okay, all right. You know what I'm saying? And I thought it was a sweet move for her to be like, we gonna die together, if anything. Because she's like, look, I'm using you. You basically my bitch. But she saw heart in him. She's like, okay, I didn't fuck with him at first because I just know him as the motherfucker who was about to rape me, kill me, whatever the case may be. Didn't know he's just a monster. So you see the first episode, she's clearly not trusting him. She don't fuck with him.
You can't blame her though, because like he was about to rape her. Like sure.
But then the next episode, you see her be like, okay, so he can't control this to a certain extent, but I can control him. Maybe that's the point. That's why I feel like she's so quick to jump inside of him, because she's like, look, you obviously don't know what the fuck you doing. And then like if you gonna be beast mode by yourself, you gonna be running around rampant, not like you blackout, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then if motherfuckers run up on you, you just gonna die because you can't handle that. I'm gonna be the one to make sure you don't do no stupid shit and make sure nobody kills you, because that bitch would have easily killed her.
Oh, him, yeah. They both would have died.
Killed her.
Yeah, no.
I feel like it didn't have to end with her dying. I feel like she could have beat her ass into being on the team, but that went a different way.
Yeah, no, but, you not squad, bitch. Later.
They definitely gang now. Like those two are definitely gang, and it's more than her just using him now. But I'm looking to see that relationship develop and see how they where they go from here, because it's definitely it got a lot of heart. Like this is not one of them things where it's just action. You got a lot of emotion.
Yeah,
I've gotten more character development in 2 episodes than I've gotten from like whole arcs in other shows. You know what I'm saying?
No, you're right. What would you rate? What would you rate episode 2?
I don't want to say 5 just yet, because I feel like we're gonna get a 5 for sure before season 1's over. But I'll give it a good 4.9, because this one, action, emotion, what the
everything.
Fuck factor.
Yeah.
Like, bro, that action was enough for me to give it a over 4.5. Just
that's what I'm saying.
That fight scene was intense.
Yeah, so I'm with you 100%. Let's get to Tower of God, aka Hunter x Hunter new edition.
Oh, so that's the vibes you're getting from this,
bro. 100%. Like that nigga Lero Oro or whatever his name is that's in the second episode. That's not, you telling me that's not Hisoka? The nigga that was like the ranker nigga who put the water up.
Oh, the one that was on the other side of the water?
Yes. Who was like,
he is giving me Hisoka vibes.
Who was like, come here, Bam, let me talk to you.
Yeah,
it was some straight Hisoka vibes. But let's go through it. So episode 1 is called Ball. This is when Bam is talking to Rachel, and like they're getting in, and she's like, they're talking whatever, and she basically tells he's like, I'm gonna follow you to the ends of the earth. And she was like, I gotta climb this tower. She goes up inside, and then Bam just appears in front of Heydon, the master of the tower, and he's like, you want to climb this? He's like, I just want to find Rachel. I'm not trying to get power or anything. And he's like, all right, well, let's do this test. And then so they about to do this test. There's this big ass monster. He basically has to go in there, beat the monster, and clear the ball. This princess of Jadana, I think that's her name or whatever, but she's this princess, and she comes in and she's like, we got to help him with this test. He don't know what he's doing. And there was like, you need a weapon or whatever. And she gives him the black sword that the king bestowed upon her. and basically she couldn't control the sword, and her homie was like, this dude's an irregular, let's give it to him. He gets the sword, he goes inside the thing to battle the monster, and she's like, hey, on, this is trickery, he can't beat this monster, and the dude's like, chill out, just wait. He goes inside the monster's mouth, cuts him up from the inside, and then goes to the ball, asks the sword, like, can you help me? The spirit of the sword pierces the ball, and it transports him to level 2 or to the next level of the tower, and that's how episode 1 ends. What did you think from seeing this first episode?
I remember we kind of chopped it up a little bit about it, and I know we both started it and then stopped it and restarted it. So I will say, when I first watched it, my first impression of this was like, where is this going? What is going on? Everything in episode 1 just seems super random and super like, it didn't seem like it was going in a linear direction. But when I stopped it and rewatched it,
it made sense. Because like my thing was, when I wasn't paying, I don't want to say I wasn't paying full attention, but like if I would turn to look at my phone, I was like, I don't know what the fuck is going on in this show.
It didn't hook me at first. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like at first I was like, I think it opens with the monster, the little dragon looking shit. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, that's wild. And I'm like, they're trying to wow you with the animation and the craziness about it. So I'm like, okay, they're wowing me so far with the animation, but where is this going? And then it goes from there to starting back from like further in time. Like it seems like we get this piece of the episode at the beginning, and then they like rewind you to right here, and then they catch you up, and then you've watched the rest of the episode from there. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. Yeah. So I'm like,
it shows the monster shit, then you get the Rachel shit, and then it brings you back up forward.
Exactly. And to me, that just felt random at first, but even by the time I got to the end of episode 1, I was like, whew. That was a lot for one episode. It was a crazy little ride. They squeezed a lot into episode 1, and they got the ball rolling pretty fast, which usually would be something I would complain about if it was reversed. If they didn't get the ball rolling fast, I would be sitting there like, I don't know. I don't want to wait till episode 10 for it to get good. But it did get good in 1. The pacing was great. But by the end of episode 1, I was sitting there like, where is this going? You know what I'm saying? Because by the end of episode 1, I'm getting Sword Art Online, .hack sign vibes. I'm sitting there like, I know it's not a game. It's a thing, but they're going from like floor to floor, and it's like there's other players, and it's like it seems like a game. You know what I'm saying? It seems like one of those isekai kind of.
But that's why I got the Hunter x Hunter vibes, because it's like we going up the it's like the Heaven's Arena arc, or we going up the tower doing
mixed with the Hunter exam. It's like Hunter exam mixed with Heaven's Arena. Low key.
Exactly.
So I could definitely feel that. But at the end of the day, I liked episode 1 for what it was. Yeah, it had a lot of action. I thought homie, like whenever homie got 8, I was like, damn, whoa, this is happening fast. And then he came out, I was like, okay, it's looking like a shonen or some shit like that.
And episode 1, I'm giving it a solid 3.5. It was enough to hook me. It wasn't nothing spectacular though.
The second time, I feel like it was enough to hook me. But I guess that says more about me than the show, because the show was actually, I guess a lot of the manga readers were prepared. They were like itching, like, yeah, let's get it. But as far as me, I didn't know what I was getting into.
The manga, I read like a couple chapters of it. I like the animation of the anime more than I like the art style of the manga.
I can't do a lot of the webtoons. I can't do a lot of the manhwa either. Like a lot of the Korean manga. Not saying not anything against it. I just can't. I've read a lot of webtoons, and there have been few that I have been pulled into as fast as I've been pulled into manga.
Okay.
Regular manga, like Shonen Jump manga, Tokyo Pop, whatever I grew up on, you know what I'm saying? Shonen Gangan, whoever it is. But at the end of the day, at the end of episode 1, it intrigued me enough. Like, it was one of those ones where I wasn't blown away by episode 1, but I came away from it liking it and wanting to see more. Like, you know how I said with Gleipnir, at the end of 1, I was itching for episode 2. This one I wasn't really itching about, like, I'll watch it when it drops. And when it dropped, I think I missed it. I didn't even know we had 3 episodes by the time.
Episode 2 was the one that hooked me. Episode 2, I thought was amazing. This is where we meet his gang of Coon and Rak, and they call Rak Gator. And he's like this big alligator creature. And basically they're doing 2 tests occur in episode 2, because it's they're basically in this arena, this like field or whatever, and it's like you have to survive until it gets 200 niggas defeated. And then once 200 niggas defeated, it's like you got to touch the closest 2 people within 5 seconds to you, and y'all will become a team, and you move on to the next level. And then at that point, we're seeing some interesting side characters, like the lizard girl with the lasso / katana versus the homie with the 2 katanas. We got the cool bar looking dude with the sports jacket. We got the girl over there with the camel pants. And then we got Rak, Coon, and Bam. And it's like, all right, I'm into this. Then it's after they get their squads or whatever, they go to the next level. They see my boy Lero Oro, whatever his name, Hisoka Jr., and he's like, look, if y'all, there's this power that's enveloped in the tower. It's what we control it. It allows us to breathe. It allows us to move forward. And if you can't take this pressure that I'm about to put on y'all won't be able to climb up the tower, because this pressure, it just doubles. And so it's basically you got to walk through this water wall of energy. And if you make it through, you pass. The homie puts it up, and then bam, low-key just doesn't even go through. He already on the other side, and he's like, oh, you're interesting. Maybe that was just lucky. But it's because Bam's an irregular, and all these other people are regulars. So he starts talking to Bam like, they asking questions, and Lero Arrow's like, who you think will be the first to go through? And they both point at once. It's the girl, the lizard girl. She walked through. Then it's next is his homie. And then they're just talking about his goals and whatnot. And he's like, I want to protect Rachel. And he's like, I hope you get to him. And then he says something as everybody's walking through. He's like, yo, don't trust Kun. And it's like, whoa, why can't he trust Kun? And then Kun come through, and it's like they all pass the test, and the episode ends before they get to the third test. But this episode sold me 100% on Tower God. Yeah. It's like, I got to watch it now.
This was the one. The first one, like, that's why I said I wanted to stress the first part. I wasn't blown away by episode one. Episode one, the pacing was quick. I usually like quick pacing, but it was a little too quick. Like the whatever started episode two, that kind of ended episode one. So you get the whole beginning intro, you get the whole first arc with the chick and the dude, and they gave my son the sword, you know what I'm saying? And you see the little bunny looking guy who's apparently the guardian or whatever of the tower. I forget the name.
Head on, he's the master of the tower.
The master of the tower. So you get introduced to a lot of characters before you even get to this second floor. And then you get to that second floor in episode one. So it's like not saying you getting arcs, but in your typical shonen, they're going to draw that shit out to where you'd have got that first episode in 2-3 episodes, or at least 2. So I like seeing the second episode, because the second episode to me seemed, they slowed it down a little bit, not a lot, but they slowed it down just enough for me to feel a little bit more. Because the first one, I didn't get that emotion. I didn't really care for the main character, didn't really care for the other characters. My favorite character from episode one was the master of the tower, because he just looked dope. He was cool. Everybody else, I'm like, okay, where is this going? You know what I'm saying? I'm just kind of lost. I can't grasp onto it yet. Episode two, very early on, I grasped onto it. All of the characters that they teased at the end of episode one, they all shined in this episode. You got to see the badassery of some of the more mysterious characters who still don't talk that much.
Yeah, we don't know their names.
The comedic characters, like, the goofy guy, the homeboy, the Kuwabara of the gang.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorite characters, because episode two, you see him be a dweeb. You know what I'm saying? You could tell he's just a goofy ass, weak ass motherfucker. He's like not one of them motherfuckers that's going to exceed strength-wise. He's not MC. He's like definitely goofy side character. But speaking of goofy side character, probably my favorite character in the show is what's his name? The alligator dude.
Oh, Rack.
That dude is hilarious. Easily one of my favorite characters. He got that Inosuke personality, rambunctious, from episode 2. Because you see everybody get at a standstill at the episode of season 1, but you see what happens at the end of the standstill. People start breaking off and there's fights going on. He's sitting there like, I'm gonna fuck y'all up. He's like, he's like, both of you niggas, I don't like neither one of you getting fucked up. And they sitting there like, look, dog, you want to fight? You're looking for prey, right? You want strong prey, right? Wouldn't it make more sense to work with us, get to the top of the tower where it's the strongest prey, and then act on that? And he's sitting there like, nah,
I'm good. I want to fuck
you saw he thought about it for a second. He's like, huh. Nah.
Yeah, I just want to fuck
y'all. You about to get me. He's like, y'all trying to finesse me. This seemed like a finesse. He's like, fuck what you talk about. Y'all getting it right now. And I liked how homie, not Bam, but the other homie,
Kun, like, that's my guy.
Kun and Bam. And Kun was sitting there like, damn, I'm just gonna have to kill you then. He's like, bro, you got 1 minute. He's like, nigga, if you don't fuck with us, I'm just gonna end you. I'm not playing with you today. Yeah. And I'm sitting there like, I like him, I like the other him, and I'm kind of still indifferent about Bam at this point.
Yeah,
but then when you get to the what you about to say?
Bam, I mean, I'm very indifferent on. My favorites right now is, like you said, I like Rack and I like Kun a lot, especially because episode 3 is like, I want to know what's up with this little nigga with the dagger and his little book sack. Like, he is giving me Killua Hisoka vibes.
And see,
I mean, not Hisoka, Killua and Hiei vibes.
I didn't see it at first. Whenever you said Hunter x Hunter, but now that I'm looking into it, the main character is very Gon-esque because I don't really care for Gon. Not saying in general, I love Gon, but I don't really care for Gon in comparison to Killua, in comparison to Kurapika, and everybody else in that show. I could probably put you a top 5 of my favorite characters in Hunter x Hunter without mentioning Gon. I'm not saying he's not epic, but to me, he's just kind of aloof, and he's there. He's just the focus of the story to where you could see everything else shine. Yep. So with this other kid, he seems like how you said, he's irregular. He seems like a prodigy to where he walked through that fucking water wall like nothing. But that is, whenever you get to that little area, because the first half of that episode, or the first quarter of the episode, it got me. I was like, okay, I like this way more than the first episode. But when you get to that area where it's the water, and you see him walk clean past that water, like you said, you almost missed it. Like, I literally missed it, had to run it back. I was like, did I miss something? How the fuck did he get on the other side? I had to run it back because
and everybody thought he just popped it. Yeah, like he just popped over there and it was like, oh, you just lucky, nigga. Like,
son teleported around that bitch. But at the same time, I love seeing all the other characters try to get to it. The goofy Kuwabara dude, he ran into that bitch. Yeah. Hilarious. He's like trying bleeding, to get to it.
I knew you would fuck with that when he just ran in there and the bitch was like, oh, I'm gonna get in there first. And then she started bleeding. I was like, this is classic Chrissa comedy.
She shitted on him. She's like, bitch, you fucking suck. She like, watch a real nigga. She was like, this tower here, nigga, this is made for women. And I remember how she said it specifically.
Yeah, no.
She's like, it's for strong women like me, a boss ass bitch. She's like,
not
you not
for
a boss
like
ass
weak
bitch.
ass niggas like you. Yeah.
Exactly. She was like, boss ass bitch ass nigga. I'll see you on the other side of that shit.
And then when he turned his head, he was like, bitch asshole, you didn't get through either.
I was crying. At that point, I was like, this show is gonna be my bag. At that point, I was like, okay, I was confused at first, but this is gonna be my fucking bag.
Yeah, no,
I love seeing both of them try to break through it. What I did note from that part was Kun, whenever he was crossing, his bag got stuck.
Yeah.
And fucking Rock, he looked at him, he's like, bitch, you can't get across. He's like, shut up. And then he seemed to pull his suitcase effortlessly. So I feel like something in there. I feel like something going on with him.
And we could talk more about that next. We could talk about that next episode when the next episode that we're gonna cover. But Rack to me is just like, I love his They give him the no guns life eyes where he get the big circles. Rack is hilarious to me. And then Lero
killing me, bro.
I'm telling you, bro, Lero Rowe get the ranker or the high ranker, whatever he is, the nigga who is the tester. That's straight Hisoka vibes. I want to know what's up with this nigga.
I did like whenever he pulled him to the side and they were like, okay, let's bet on this shit. Who you think is going to cross over first? And they both bet on the lizard bitch.
Yeah.
And she was the first one. And he's like, how'd you know that? And he's like, instinct. And I'm like, okay, y'all, this was the kind of show this is going to be. You know what I'm saying?
And they both had this power. We start to see Bam's instinct or whatever it is, his vision, like she lit up. So like we're starting to learn the power system of this and like, will they have to train? Yeah. So I would give this episode a solid 4 or 5, like solid 4 or 5. It hooked me in heavy.
I'll probably give it a good 4 or 6, 4 or 7, just because of the strength of like how entertained I was front to back with no weak points. The first episode, there was weak points. There was points where they lost me. There was points where I'm like, I'm not getting hooked. I got hooked very early on in this episode, and then from then on, it didn't let me down. I was like, okay, now I got hope and you don't let me down, and it didn't. It brought it up more and more, and the pacing is hella fast. But now I'm enjoying the fast pacing because now I got a grasp of the characters. It showed me the heart. I see the heart in the characters and in the show itself. So by the time you get to episode 3, I'm already invested. And it takes arcs. Like Black Clover, it took me until the end of the Diamond Dude fight for me to give a fuck about anybody in that show.
And now I'm like, I'm ready every Wednesday to watch Tower of God. Like, I'm
be watching that bitch soon as it drops. I might start reading the manga, bro.
But see, when you read it
after season 1, probably.
You gotta wait because the animation makes the show a lot like I don't like the webtoon drawing. Like I like webtoons in the sense I love Solo Leveling. I like God of High School. I know how you feel about that one, but the manga art in the webtoon is not the same. It looks completely different. Like
it looked like a webtoon. You know what I'm saying?
But
not to discredit that.
I like how Crunchyroll did it though. It looks more. They made it more shonen-y.
Oh yeah, and just the animation, it's like
it's beautiful.
It is beautiful. It's beautiful, and it's just different enough.
Yeah,
like, a lot of reasons why people like Demon Slayer is because the animation was beautiful, but not only that, it was different than everything else on the Jump Drop. Like when you look at Naruto, One Piece, Bleach, like I was watching Bleach, and there's a point whenever they go from that 90s animation style to that early 2000s, like you could tell when it stops going from the kind of square screen to the wide screen, the animation boots up. It all kind of looks the same to me with One Piece, Naruto. I'm not saying the same, but they all have their signature art styles. But as far as animation style, this one is like a breath of fresh air. It's something I don't really see too often, especially in this genre. You don't see shonen get animated like this. You see like slice of life get animated like this or something.
They gave One Piece a shout out in episode 3. So the next episode, because I don't know if you saw the Zoro, they had Black Zoro in episode 3 chilling in the waiting room.
Dude with the 4 eyes?
No, the dude where he had a cut. He looked just like Zoro, but he was black.
I gotta peep that out.
Oh, yeah,
I missed it. I missed it.
Black Zoro is definitely in episode 3 of Tower of God. So the next episode is the next test, and they're chilling, and we're learning some of Khun's backstory about how this princess, he was in love. I guess he chose the princess over his family, and then the princess didn't return the favor. Apparently, she was his half-sister, so people are like, ooh, is it incestual? What's going on with that? But Khun say they got some other stuff going on, which we're going to learn, I'm sure. And basically, she didn't choose him, and then he got his whole family exiled, and like he got banished, and his mom was like, don't trust nobody, and that leads to his trust issues. And this rubber nigga was trying to give him a hint, and Bam was like, oh yeah, give us a hint. And Khun's like, nah, fuck this nigga, bro. Like, we about to go take the test. They go take the test. They pass. It's just opening the door, but we see Khun struggling with this whole idea of doubting himself, and you see in his backstory or whatever, and Rack's just like, we gonna open this door. Him and Bam just walked through the door, and it's like, oh, we passed. And the test guy was like, you got to choose before 5 minutes. And he was like, damn, if it would have been up to me, we might not have passed. But it's okay, because it shows him you got to rely on your team, and you got to trust people. And it's something that he gonna have to learn. Straight killer with vibes from that whole backstory.
I really love the aspect of how the teacher, the leader of the test, whatever, he was like, look, dog, he's like, in life, you're not gonna have time to just sit down and decide some shit. Sometimes you just gotta go. You gotta go off your instinct. And that's why he won this test for you. If it was up to you, nigga, you'd have failed this test because you'd have just been sitting around letting shit happen. The shit would have been done. Sometimes you gotta see what's on the other side of the door, not know what's on the other side of the door. Because if you sit down and wait, whatever's on the other side of the door might not be there by the time you get there.
You gotta shoot your shot. It's all about shooting your shot. Yep. And then so after that, they get to the third part of the test, but it's because this tester messed up, and this other group just was killing niggas, and they like passed. So they was like, we got to do this bonus test to kind of even shit out. And it's basically King of the Hill. You wear the crown, and if you can defend the crown for multiple rounds, and you be the last person standing, you get a free pass to climb up the tower. You won't have to take any more tests. And so we see these hooded people. It kind of looks like Rachel across the way, and Bam's kind of freaking out. But the first team up to step up is the green samurai lizard girl and her dual wield homie and Kuwabara. And basically, she like, y'all step aside for round 1. And she basically murked this other team. All these niggas murk them just flat out. By herself. She was just proved her badassery, and they basically retained King for the first round. And in the next round, it's looking like these mysterious team about to come on with Rachel, if it's her, and this other bitch who was like, ooh, I want to fight this samurai girl, and this big ass nigga who probably gonna fight the dude with homie. So I'm ready for episode 3 to see if the homies Rack, Bam, and Khun will win the King of the Crown. But I got my money on Lizard Girl and the samurai niggas, unless the mysterious group take them out, and then Bam and them end up being, because they take out the mysterious group. But
bro, when they punched that bitch and hurt their hand, and that bitch didn't even flinch, I was like, oh shit,
she the real deal. Yo,
I was like, oh, she the win. Like, she was intriguing at first, but now she's up there with one
both
of my
Gleipnir gave us Claire, and Tower God gave us this badass lizard samurai girl. And
I love seeing a badass female, not MCs, but it kind of is main character gang. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Claire's an MC. This girl's a side character, but she killing it.
And she's like up there. She's side character for sure.
At least
like
right now.
Yeah. I feel like she's gonna be main cast eventually. Like, not saying gang, but she's gonna last. Ain't no way she don't last to the end of the season.
Yeah, we're gonna see her as they climb up the tower. We're gonna see them climb up the tower, because Shuichi already made friends with the Kuwabara homie, and they are homies now. So
I love him. He is hilarious, bro. Dude, like, he's hitting all, like, both of my comedy characters are hitting every comedy spot they need to be hitting right now.
And I want to see how he fights. Like, I want to see what his strengths are when they get a full 3-on-3.
Motherfucker, this motherfucker got through the fucking water shit. So I'm like, okay, you need to do something now. You can't just, and
he's the only one without a weapon. He must be martial arts hand to hand.
And with the first test in episode 3, he passed it not because homeboy passed it because of instincts. I like how in episode 2, Bam picks the lizard girl, and then Hisoka type dude, he's sitting there like, how'd you know that? And he's like, instinct. And in the next episode, you see the test with the door. He's like, how did you know that just walk through the door? He's like, nigga, I didn't. He's like, instinct.
Yeah.
So with the other guy, you don't really, with the Kuwabara dude, I forget his name.
But I'm gonna look his name up.
With him, it's not instinct. With him, he thought it out. He was like, bruh, 5 minutes. He was like, he took everybody else that took the test before him, and he was like, okay, so I noticed everybody who lasted more than 5 minutes screamed, yada yada, they lost. He was like, anybody who took less than 5 minutes that was snap and quick with it, nobody failed. Like as far as what he observed, you know what I'm saying, from listening to it. Mm-hmm. And I was like, damn, that takes some good observation skills. I would have missed that because I suck at paying attention to detail. I'd have been sitting there in the waiting room listening to shit going up and just be like, oh, shit's going crazy up there. He technically remembered every single team, how long it took the team to get through, what happened when they took too long, and he recognized the fact that nothing happened when they didn't take long, that they passed. So I'm sitting there like, that's some smart shit. I'm like, he might be the Kuwabara mixed with the Kurama. He might have the mind, and he might be having the fist, because like you said, no weapon. He doesn't seem like he's going to be the ultimate strong character, but he seems like he's going to be strong enough to stick around, and he's going to use his brain to really keep him afloat to where he don't fall under everyone else.
See, I need to go rewatch for that brain, to see his brains, because I want to see him with his fists, because I feel like he's going to be Kuwabara, Joey Wheeler, like this guy that's just, I'm going to give him my all.
Strong, but I feel like his brute strength is going to be there, and I feel like his smarts are going to be there, but I feel like all the other powers and shit that everybody else is going to start throwing in, like the intense shit, like, because the lizard girl to me seems like the strongest one out of the bunch right now.
Well, it's her and the homie, because you remember they had a draw.
You're right.
It's dual, because like we can't sleep on dual sword nigga. And I think Kun low key strong with his little knife.
Yeah, because he low key, you only got teased what he can do.
Him and Rack. I think Kun and Rack are legit. It's Bam the one we don't know shit about.
And Bam is strong, but he like, I'm not saying strong, but he's like an irregular, so he's rare. You can tell he has shit going on with him. But
he's also a child that don't know. Yet. Bam also doesn't know what's going on with anything in his world, because he looks like he's been living in a cave.
He's the MC, so he's gonna be strong enough just to make it. He's gonna be like, he's gonna show his ass when he needs to. But other than that, the other characters is what I'm more interested in. Bam, he's just the goal in the story. He's the one that the camera's focused on to where you can see everything else in shot. You know what I'm saying? He's the one, like, he's the spoon to get you the story and shit like that. And I'm here for everything else, because the shit with him and his, like, they kind of elaborated on it a little more about how that's not his girlfriend, that's his owner, like, or whatever.
It's not even like that's just like the person who raised him.
Yeah, it's some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And like, we're gonna see more of that eventually, I'm pretty sure. But as far as that, I care more about Kun and his backstory.
And Rack's eventually. Yeah, I want to know Rack backstory for sure.
I want to know about everybody else. I want to know about Rock Girl, why she's so badass. Even if she stays mysterious the whole show, as long as she maintains that badassery, I'm here for it. But the Kuwabara guy, I want to see what he's up to as well. I don't really care too much about his backstory, but I care more about his development. I care about seeing him last in the show. So with this kind of show, episode 1, didn't expect much. But episode 3, I'm invested in damn near everybody I was introduced to. And that's
saying a lot. What would you rate episode 3? I'm giving it a solid 4 point. It's not as good as the other one, but it was still good enough. I'm giving it a 4.3.
Yeah, I'll give it 4.3, 4.2, 4.3. Because this one, I'll definitely give it because this episode, you do get to see other shit too. Like the homie sees the sky for the first time.
Yeah, and he's
like, there like, what's that? Bro, Rat killed me when he was like, what?
You don't know the sky?
He's like, you are a fucking idiot. He's crying, laughing. I'm like, oh, I love this dude. Because he's
the fact Rat call him turtles, he's like, nigga, you a dumb turtle.
Black turtle, blue turtle. And then, he's like, you a dumb turtle. I'm like, bro, that's fucking hilarious. He's like, he's going to be the character that's like, I vibe with the most out of the whole gang. But they seem to be a good team. One of them is just aloof and kind of neutral. One of them's like kind of like the killer kind of type. He's badass, he's dark, mysterious, but he doesn't seem evil. And then you got the goofy one. So I'm looking forward to seeing the whole clique and the whole world. I feel like we still haven't been introduced to our favorite characters yet. Like we didn't even get a solid villain yet, I don't think.
And that's what I'm waiting for. We just 3 episodes in, and I can't wait to continue talking about Tower God as well as Gleipnir. And then we're going to get you on that Operate Ran Man as well as the Millionaire Detective, because we got to talk about young Daisuke just flexing on these hoes.
So we got to keep, like, next few episodes, we got to keep them updated on all these new ones. And we got to keep them updated on Bleach, too, I think you caught up already, huh?
Well, I'm on Fullbringer, so I got this arc and then the next one, and I'm done.
And then after I catch up on Bleach, I'm catching up on Black Clover. So we about to have a lot of shit to talk about next couple episodes.
You gotta catch up on One Piece, fam. Like, what are you doing?
I'm gonna catch up on One Piece, but I feel like that's just such a long road. But I'm at
Punk quarantine right now. Like, you don't have nothing to do. Once you read Punk Hazard and then once you get through Punk Hazard,
it's gonna get me through it too.
And meet Law, like once you meet Law, shit is over with. It's like, all right.
But see, I met Law, but I didn't get to what Law. I didn't get Law's backstory. Okay. I heard Law has one of the saddest backstories.
Well, yeah, but see, you got to get through Punk Hazard. Law's backstory is in Dressrosa with Doflamingo.
Punk Hazard's Dofi, yeah.
Well, no, okay. Punk Hazard is Caesar Clown.
I see. I don't even know who the fuck that is.
Yeah, see, you're not even there yet. You know what I mean?
I just got past Hody Jones. I need a detox.
Yeah, okay.
I'm coming back to One Piece because I know that's the only. I don't want to say weak point, but after that, I know it picks up and it's all gas, no breaks from there. So like when I get back into One Piece, I want to dedicate because see, I'm watching everything. I'm reading. Like we talked about a couple things, but like I've been reading Eden Zero, you know what I'm saying? Like fucking Samurai 8, rest in peace, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm still catching up on that because I stopped, I dropped that before I caught up. Like you're probably at the end.
I'm done. Yeah, so
I'm like maybe 10 chapters behind. So I got to catch up on that. And I've also been reading other bags too. I read a whole ecchi manga the other day and bro, don't judge me, bro. There's an ecchi manga called Gal Gohan. I don't even want to get into the premise right now. I don't want to know. It's so goofy.
I don't want to know.
Literally, I read it from chapter 1 to chapter N, nigga. Like, it's basically about a girl. It's like a love story. Bitch got pregnant, had babies and shit at the end. Spoiler alert. Nobody cares about that kind of anime anyway.
This nigga read a whole ecchi manga, but won't give One Piece the time of day. This nigga clowning.
Front to back, son. I was looking for random bullshit to put in my collection because I used to have a lot of ecchi manga in my collection, and now in my hard copy collection, I just have strictly shonen. I got a little bit of horror and shit, so I'm trying to diversify. So
wait, hold on. If you're not gonna catch up on, if you're gonna go to Black Clover next, fuck that nigga. Catch up on My Hero so we can review it. Like,
oh yeah, well, but see the thing is, I love the My Hero anime. The My Hero anime is like getting me. And like as far as Black Clover, I'm catching up on the anime. I don't know if I'm gonna read it until I catch up to the anime, but I don't know if I'm past the anime yet.
Because My Hero, I gotta say this: Horikoshi manga, his art is just as good, if not better, than the anime.
Next level, damn.
Yeah.
The anime isn't breathtaking as far as shit
Horikoshi's
outside of
art
the overhaul,
is beautiful.
Arts.
It is all of his art is beautiful. Like,
yeah, I ain't gonna lie, the panels people post is everything's always dramatic. Like he's exceptional with the pen.
Catch up on that shit because you got the Villain Academia. All you got is one more arc, and then you had Villain Academia.
Fingers crossed I don't find another fire ecchi manga in the next couple. Because literally, like, even with Gleipnir or whatever it's called, like, before I even knew we were going to be reviewing it, I was already 20 chapters in. So hopefully I could catch up on everything because I'm still knocking out Bleach. Like, I knocked so much Bleach out in the past week and on quarantine. Like, I knocked out more Bleach than I thought I would have in that short period of time. Because as far as where I was when I started last week, it took me a long time to get there. And then
I was before you.
That.
Yeah,
no, I was like, wait.
I was pre-Grim. I was like, before the Grimjow fight, I was, Ichigo just beat the Diaz nigga, like the old Arankar dude. He was going to the next level. And the last thing I watched before I started reading was Rukia beat that nigga that was dressed as like Captain Kind or whatever his name is. Captain.
Okay,
yeah. With the eye, she beat the two head around car where she froze his thing, and he was like, Aizen, you told me I wouldn't have to burn or whatever. That pussy ass nigga. And the other one was just like, damn, it's our time to go.
I saw somebody on fucking Twitter the other day say something about useless or whatever. Like they'll say something about useless or he made useless or whatever. Yeah, like how you gonna call this useless when Chad exists? I want to shit on that real quick because Chad is that nigga, son. Chad got them fists, he fucking shit up.
Chad low-key is one of the most Chad is one of those characters that we talked about that got Chad's in that Gohan category.
He got nerfed?
Yeah.
I remember whenever it was like Renji and Chad versus that Sand Hollow or whatever, or the Sand whatever it was, and Renji was getting his shit rocked, and Chad had to save his ass. And I was like, Chad low-key hard, like put some respect on Chad's name. You know
Chad lets me down, bro. Chad could have been cooler.
As useless, like honest, because somebody made a stupid ass point. I hate being on Twitter to a certain extent because Twitter, they be trying to push any point. Somebody had posted like, oh, people want to call fucking Sakura and Orihime useless. Dude, they're healers. They literally are super useful. I'm like, dude, they're only useful in one aspect, and that's just because the story needs one of those. Without a healer, everybody's dead. The only reason why they're there is to heal.
I give Sakura a prop. Sakura got useful in the war.
Towards the end.
Yeah, in
Orihime,
the war.
Nigga tried to cape for Orihime. I fuck with Orihime because she cute. She's cute as hell. As a
Orihime, where I'm at least, Orihime ain't do shit. Like,
that's what I'm saying. You can't cape for Orihime, son.
All she did was revive Grimmjow and Ichigo.
Like, you know what made me mad about Orihime? Is the fact that she's so, like, Hinata soft-spoken. Like,
but she's worse. She's
way worse.
Because Hinata would cheer on Naruto no matter what. This bitch Orihime had to have Nell scream at her and be like, this nigga fighting for you, dying for you, and you don't even want to cheer for him?
Like that shit fucked me up, son. I'm sitting there, I'm like, because Nell, I fuck with Nell, too.
Oh, yeah, shout out Nell, bro.
I'm like, I know Orihime is not just sitting there froze up, not knowing what to say. I'm like, son, this nigga is literally out here saving you.
When Nell hit that transformation, I was like, oh.
Yeah, I was like, thank God this is not just a little fucking annoying little baby. And I was like, there we go. This is the horny Kubo bag I be looking for. But at the same time, with Orihime, the reason why I hate her is because when she was getting bullied by that stupid ass bitch and the other bitch, like, she didn't do shit. She just let them bully her, and she could have did anything. She probably wasn't gonna win, but she could have stood up for herself. Hinata was whooping up on Neji. She at least threw paws with Neji. She had to.
Yeah, bro. She was gonna die. Hinata was willing to die for it. And Hinata went out against Pain. Like, let's not forget.
A bad ninja.
Let's not act like Hinata didn't go fight Pain with them lion fists.
She got her shit rocked, but she did Pain shit. Like, she had nuts about herself. And the thing is, people be trying to say Hinata's useless. I've seen so many Sakura stands cape for Sakura and be like, oh, you're going to call Sakura useless, but Hinata? I'm like, nigga, Hinata throw hands. I've never seen Sakura do anything.
And I know people going to get mad at me for this because Sakura is low-key a Sannin. Like, Sakura's part of the new legendary Sannin. And she
ain't no Tsunade, though.
She got Tsunade. But niggas going to say she got Tsunade's strength and she could do all this. I'm still taking Hinata in a fight over. I'm taking the Byakugan with the lion paws. I think that Gentle Fist gonna whoop Sakura ass. And if y'all think I'm tripping, let me know on Twitter. But
bro, that's just facts. I agree with you. That's just hard facts. The Sakura stand's gonna come for you, but like,
I'm a Byakugan. Honestly, if I had a choice, like, I fuck with Sharingan, but if I had a choice to be in the Naruto world and I could get any power, low-key, I think Kishimoto didn't do Byakugan justice because, like, that shit could stop chakra points. Like, it should have got utilized more.
Mm-hmm.
But he went deep down the Sharingan road, which, I mean, I get Susanoo and all that.
I feel like people said Sakura was more useful than Hinata because she was in the story more. Hinata was kind of doing her own thing a lot of the story, but whenever you did see her, she was doing shit.
Yeah.
I be getting mad. I'm like, you can't just play like she didn't do shit. She was in a whole other squad. She's not main cast.
Now,
she doesn't be main cast until she needs to be main cast.
If you say Ino, if you say Ino, if you say Tenten, yeah, Sakura whooping both them bitches' ass.
And they really, like, bro, Tenten is useless. So
yeah.
I don't want nobody to be like, oh, y'all want to call Sakura useless, but y'all love blank. It's like, hold up, nigga. Let's throw Tenten in that water. Let's not even reach for Hinata. Let's not reach for, we can reach for Ino, but not before Tenten.
We gonna throw ugly ass ugly pig Ino, like they call her.
Top
Ino
two
in
most
there.
Useless.
Facts. But you see the one that Shikamaru got a bag broad. Tamari, she'll whoop a bitch ass with with them Win fans.
When she was introduced, I loved her, and I hope Shikamaru bagged that. And when he did, I was like, my nigga, because you know Shikamaru is my guy. That's my favorite Naruto character. As far as not
the real best friend of Naruto, but we don't have to get into all that.
Yeah, we digress, but man, just basically next time we come, we gonna have a lot more because we already in our anime bag. This anime talk, I've read a lot of shit on my shirt, but we are lacking on
certain things.
Well, not no more because we caught up on Bleach. But certain things is just like, it's not like we're just ignorant to it. It's just like it's just what our bag we didn't think it was gonna be good. But I'm glad we're giving more shit a try because shit's
And,
pleasantly surprising.
and then once I get you with One Piece, Full Metal Alchemist is next. I'm pushing that agenda hard next once we get you with One Piece.
That's gonna be that. I might finish that before One Piece.
You should.
That's quick. That's quick as fuck. I've been trying to knock out everything quick. I feel like I could binge.
Full Metal is that shit. But Chrissa, tell the people where they can find you at on social media.
You know what I'm saying? Your boy, you know what I'm saying? Bottom right here, Chrissa SJE, the weave god. You know what I'm saying? If y'all looking for me, at Chrissa SJE or Chrissa Space SJE if y'all searching for me on music platforms. It's been a while since I dropped some anime shit. I dropped fucking Weeb God summer last year. I dropped the Tengen song in the winter, but I'm working on a new bag. I'm gonna announce it here because I feel like not a lot of people gonna know. What matter of fact, I'm gonna wait till the next episode. I'm gonna tease some shit.
But you do got a fire feature out.
Coming.
You got a fire feature out with Fade and a fire feature out with Zell Venus right now.
Oh yeah, the Berserk freestyle. Like the Berserk freestyle is probably one of my favorite songs. We did that like last year around like October.
Shit was hard. I remember hearing that.
I have been begging Nick and Zell to drop that bitch for the past like 4 or 5 months, and it's finally out. So if y'all fuck with my shit, if y'all fuck with anything, go listen to Black Diamonds featuring me, One Piece, the song. Go peep Zell Venus featuring me, Berserk freestyle. And then go peep my son Millie. Me and Millie drop some shit. And I got a bunch of more anime bags coming soon. But just
and shit, the Zoro versus Sanji. You didn't even say the Zoro versus Sanji.
Zoro versus Sanji. I forgot about that because me and Fade, we got another one dropping too next week with a feature that a lot of people might know of. But I'm gonna let Fade announce that one. But I ain't gonna lie, Zoro versus Sanji. That's supposed to be for Rivals too. But to me, I've been listening to that a lot lately, and when we dropped it, I'm like, okay, that's a cool song. Let's throw it in the pocket. But now that it's out, I'm like, we low-key smashed that.
No, y'all ain't
right shit. We just freestyled that whole song.
That shit was hard. But
he giving me some competition with them goddamn anime bars, bro.
He coming with it. But you guys can follow me at Lyn. Wait, hold on. Let me get that. Lyn BWT on Twitter. Follow Bros Who Think at Bros Who Think. Be sure the latest episode of the Bros Who Think podcast is out. This is one of the best ones we did. Me, Doom, and Brooklyn have our bracket for the best black movies, and we go through we have 4 regions with with 1 through 8 seeds for all different regions. Like we got Friday taking on hold on, I'm gonna give you a little insight. Friday is taking on Training Day is taking on Precious. Fruitvale Station is taking on Get Out. We got Paid in Full versus Boys in the Hood. We got Coming in America on that. It's jam-packed. It's hilarious. We go through all of that and pick the best black movie. We're going to put the brackets out on Twitter so everybody can fill out their bracket and we can have a big discussion. The brackets will be out tomorrow, so everybody get on Twitter and post your brackets, and we want to know what y'all think.
Man, bro, I was hoping fucking Tiger King got an episode 8 so we could do that episode, but man,
it was just some bullshit.
Some bullshit.
Yeah, I told Schubert, I was like, I'm not watching that bullshit.
I missed my bag, but since this is Anime Talk, I will say, nigga, if somebody want to start a fucking Tiger King manga with your boy, I'm gonna invest in that because this nigga is the anime villain that nobody never knew they needed until they got it.
Wait, no, you gotta put Carol Baskin as the villain. Joe Exotic is the hero.
But see, to me, he would be like the Light Yagami. He'd be like the villain that is the main character, and she would be another villain that plays as the antagonist to his protect. Like, bro, everybody's talking about fucking, they drop a Tiger King movie. It's like, what's the point in dropping a Tiger King movie? You're not, unless you cast Danny McBride as fucking Tiger King.
Yeah, that's
I'm not watching that shit, son. And the thing is, the real reality of it is more interesting than any movie can ever be.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go back and watch actual fucking jokes because this nigga's wild. If they made an anime of it, it would be the perfect action comedy drama. I would watch that shit, bro.
And then you get henchman, other villain Jeff Lowe, his bitch ass.
Oh, he the biggest bitch of all time, bro. Like, that's one of them shits, bro. Like, I've been itching for more content from that. Like, I finished watching that shit like two weeks ago or so.
Yeah, you was late on it.
Thinking about it, bro. Every single day, I can't get it out of my mind. Like, my Twitter profile picture right now is Wheezy F Exotic. You know what I'm saying? Just because that shit impacted me.
What is the F for with Wheezy F Exotic?
Wheezy F Exotic, and the F is for fuck Carol Baskin, nigga, forever, son. Clank, lock that bitch up, son. This bitch is the ultimate anime villain because she never got beat, son.
Yeah.
Joe Exotic behind the bars. She's still out there fucking doing God knows what, son.
And Joe Exotic, he said he got corona right now. He trying to get out of jail.
Whew. I got all kind of opinions on that type of shit. We gotta have a whole new pod for this shit because I can talk about this shit for hours.
Oh shit, but that's all the time we got for this week. We hope you guys be sure to check out all the rest of the Bros Who Think content. Be sure to check out all of Chris's music. And yeah, man, get out, watch your anime, watch manga. We'll be back in 2 weeks, but we'll probably do an IG live to talk Demon Slayer because I gotta talk to Chrissa about it because it just hurt my heart every week I continue. But for Chrissa, my name is Lynden. You guys have a great one. Be safe, stay your ass home, and we'll talk to you next time. Peace.
Stay in the fucking house.